Round one, fight!
Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Tournament Fights. This is episode number 129, and this is our part two of our Best of 2013 Ladder series. And actually, I do have the movies pulled up, but while I kind of intro, I should have had. Oh, as I get a pop up on my phone. You ever get like constant pop ups on your phone? I get those from YouTube, and I go to click something, and next thing I know, something else is popping up. But let's see, I got it. Well, I just had it before the show started. But anyway, I'm your host, Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and yeah, this is part two of a 3-part series. Let's see, and yeah, well, we having the championship Friday, so we've been doing it every other day, and I have them here. So, what the ladder series means for anyone who's might be unfamiliar with it is that from previous episodes, because we started with 2022, we've been working our way backwards in time. So we're at 2020 or 2013, and we did throw. Well, no, sorry. I misspoke. We started at 2021, and then we threw in 2022 when we got there, because we started before the year ended on 2022. And so whichever movies made the Elite Eight, they keep it would advance to face the next year. So movies you might see here, because you might wonder, well, that's not a 2020 or 2013 movie, but they're ones that advance. So we might see Whiplash, Interstellar, John Wick, Creed, the first Creed, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Most Violent Year, X-Men Days of Future Past, and How to Train Your Dragon 2. So those ones might pop up here. But this is part two, so there were a couple that showed up on the first episode. If you tune into that, you can watch this in whatever order you want to. It really doesn't matter. You can stick with this here, or you can go over to part one and watch that one. So, but I'll go ahead and I'll introduce the panelists we have so far. We're having some people kind of trickling in tonight, but we do have my co-host Austin Pez Howell. How's it going?
I'm just happy movie 43 is in the championship.
Yeah. You guys might be happy about it.
It's a great comedy that does not get talked about as being a great comedy. And we're going to prove it when it becomes eventually a 2-time winner.
Maybe. We'll see.
But join the ranks of Aliens and Social Network and just all time.
Yeah, the all-time greats. Yeah, let me tell you. Yeah. But I was going to tell everyone, I don't know if everyone has gotten this yet. It's kind of like an early thing that I picked up, but I got this new Mountain Dew Summer Breeze, and I was just telling these guys before the show in our green room, not good. I have the zero sugar one, because the zero sugar one I think tastes better than the original. The original, it's supposed to taste like one of those bomb pops or like rocket pops that, and it barely tastes like it. Like it tastes like if one of those melted and sat out for 2 weeks, and I'm getting really old, and yeah, it's not good. So proceed with caution on that one. We, for whatever reason, seem to get these drinks early, and I decided to show it off because I haven't been doing as many snack heroes. I'll eventually get back into it, but I'm just focusing on some other stuff for a little bit. But we also have joining us here, we have Malcolm Lay. How's it going?
It's going good. I think we're going to see most of the holdovers tonight, because I think we only had 1 or 2 last night, because Interstellar's made it through the championship, but I don't think we saw any of the other ones. So.
Yeah, and if you watched on Monday, we kind of had a rocky start, like a lot of bad movies. So I had my little tagline. Oh, here are all the good movies.
I think Whiplash was last night, but got knocked out by bad words or something like that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So I think we had at least 2 of them, but yeah, a lot of the holdovers might be tonight.
Yeah. So right now we only have the 3 of us, but we do have 3 more people coming. It's just they'll come whenever they can can get here. So we'll kind of see how it goes. There'll be people just kind of trickling in. So yeah, but I'm just gonna see. Shout out to Sarah in the comment section. She actually got her laptop working. She was saying that maybe she's having an issue with her battery and wouldn't be in the chat. But hey, so yeah, so yeah, we'll just go ahead and we'll get started. Austin, you want to break it down as to how it's going to work tonight?
I mean, yeah, there's not much to talk about. It's just like any other tournament, except for there's no polls, so the Elite Eight doesn't matter as much tonight. It's more about the Sweet 16 that will join the other Sweet 16 from the other night that will move on to Friday's half bracket 32 championship for 2013. So we'll see if any of those holdovers hold over into the championship, or if it's mostly 2013 movies. We'll see. And then Friday will determine the best of 2013. But I believe Man of Steel won the other night, so that could be a heavy favorite once we get to the championship. But yeah, so we'll see what happens here tonight. But yeah, it'll be more about the Sweet 16 than the Elite Eight tonight.
Yeah. Then I always like to remember, to remind everyone, you do have to vote no matter what. So you just come up with any reason, because myself, I have a fair amount of blind spots on this thing. So I'm just going to be voting for either whichever one seems more interesting, or just whatever random wacky idea comes to my head in the moment. I'm kind of going to just play it in the moment, because usually when it comes to tier rankers, I'll do a little like just kind of like a rough draft ranking. Tournament fights, I just go in and just like see whatever I feel like I want to vote for. So and. I just to warn everybody, I went and donated plasma not too long. You can see my little thing here. Feeling like slightly nauseous from that, because it can tend to do that. I made myself a cheeseburger. It's right off of camera. I didn't really want to eat while I was on camera, but if you see me eating, it's maybe because I'm getting a little nauseous. So that stuff kind of helps. They advise that you do that. But and then
you're feeling nauseous. Steven's not feeling too good when he gets here. Wolfman's exhausted. Like I said, we'll probably make it a quicker episode tonight, just for everybody's health's sake. And
right.
but that's okay, because it's just a part two. It's more focused on when we get to the championship, so that's okay. Anything?
Yeah, and to be fair, it's only a real slight nausea for me. I got some caffeine also, so that'll help perk me up a little bit. But we did have one more person just step into the green room, so we'll bring him in. We got Steven Shepard in the house. How's it going, Steven?
Hey.
Yeah, he's got a sore throat, so he's just gonna be voting pretty much.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. Well, I'm just saying.
It's all good, man. Just if you just gotta say the movie you want, that's fine. No worry, you can keep it minimal. That's fine.
Yeah. Just so everybody feel comfortable with, but yeah. So
I was actually much worse earlier today.
Okay.
Well, hopefully it'll just be a quick little thing. You'll get over it fast and move on with your life. Yeah, but yeah, I'll go ahead and bring the bracket that Malcolm was kind enough to make for us. So I'll bring that up, and then I guess there's just one last thing to say is, if I can find the little thing. I don't even know where my little. Oh yeah, here it is. Let's do this.
We're going to play a wonderful game called Who is Your Daddy and What Does He Do?
It's showtime.
What do you say we cut the chit-chat a-hole?
May I see your invitation, please?
Sure. Here's my invitation.
Let's do this, Schmidt.
Yeah. Just like we always do, Jenkins.
Jacob. Oh, sorry.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. And I want to have them answered immediately.
I mean, come on, I just don't see a problem here. Let's just do it.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm pumped.
You serious?
All right, and then we got the first matchup. We build it right there. So looks like Admission versus Evil Dead. So and it'll be Steven first. So what do you want to go for here?
Haven't seen either. But considering that I'm not really an Evil Dead fan, and I do like Tina Fey and Paul Rudd, I'll go with Admission.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say here?
Yeah. Admission to the movie I actually came to for the first time this year when we did the pool Rudd Rankin episode, and it's a fun romantic comedy. But I really enjoyed the 2013 remake of Evil Dead more than most people, and I think it's just one of those really good because the original trilogy is more goofy in that, but I think the remake brought actual horror to it. It was just a lot of fun. So Evil Dead I'm going with here.
Yeah. Well, Austin, what are you
Yeah,
going for?
I don't know what Admission is. It's just a Paul Rudd movie I never heard of. It slipped by me, but I really enjoyed the Evil Dead 2013 Fede Alvarez movie. It's very, very bloody. If you haven't seen it, it literally is raining blood by the end of the movie. It's very, very bloody, very gory, but very, very good. And I think it's one of the better horror remakes of Evil Dead.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the fun things about these things is it can turn you onto some movies you may have never heard of and can maybe check out sometime. So, and I actually haven't seen Admission, but I have heard of it. I just haven't gotten around to say. I have seen Evil Dead, and it's kind of too bloody for me. But at the same time, I haven't seen an Admission, and it's like minus the how much blood. Like I feel like they could have used a few gallons less. Like it actually is a pretty good movie. So I'll still go with Evil Dead. Sure,
all right.
Why not?
Good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna just not vote for because of too much blood.
Appropriately moving on when 10 years later there's one in theaters right now. So
yeah right.
That's not. I don't think it's quite as bloody, but it's still pretty bloody.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's what I hear. I'm gonna try to see it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Got Creed up against American Hustle.
Okay.
All right, Malcolm.
Yeah, Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, American Hustle is one that I do remember seeing once. It's just one that I just don't remember too much. But I really love the Creed movies, or at least the whole Rocky franchise, and so Creed.
Yeah, Austin.
Yeah, I only saw American Hustle once, the one time in the theater. I've never really had an inkling to go back to it. It's just I don't know. Like I think it's a good character work here, but didn't feel like anything like Scorsese or something that I wanted to go back to. So I'll also go Creed.
Yeah. So one of the things that I do is for these tournaments is I'll take all my blind spot movies that I haven't seen and decide which one I'm going to watch. I'll go into Rotten Tomatoes and I'll average out the critic score and the audience score and find what the averages and see which ones have the higher average. That might kind of help me know if I'm gonna like them or not. I mean, Rotten Tomatoes isn't the end all be all, but it's kind of a place that I kind of start sometimes. So for this one, it had an average for American Hustle. I didn't do it for Creed because I've seen it. I only did it for the ones I didn't see. American Hustle had an average score of 83% if you average those out. So I mean, but I didn't quite get to it. It would have been one of the next ones on my list. I just haven't seen it, but I have seen Creed, and it is fantastic. That movie is great. Seeing Sylvester Stallone training the newbie in Adonis Creed / Johnson. That's the son of the previous Creed, Apollo Creed. So yeah, I'll go Creed. Steven, you gonna go for?
American Hustle is good, but yeah, definitely Creed.
Yeah. So it'll be Creed. Moving on. Right.
Next up, we've got Oblivion up against The Hobbit. Isolation of Smog, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the Hobbit that I saw on the list. So yeah.
Yeah.
No. Well, Austin.
Yeah, I'm not really a Middle Earth guy, as most people know, especially not the Hobbit movies. That one's okay, but yeah, I really like Oblivion. Tom Cruise is good at it and has a really, really good score, and I think it's really well made. And it's Joseph Kosinski who did Top Gun Maverick. So yeah. It's a really solid movie. So I'll go Oblivion.
Yeah. I am a big Middle Earth guy, but I'm not a big Hobbit guy. I just don't really like those movies that much. I think they're I don't know, they're like overly CGI, and some of the CGI just doesn't hold up to the first three or like even like some other movies around the time. But Oblivion, yeah, I had a lot of fun with Oblivion. I thought that kind of got got like unfairly dumped on. Like it just, I mean, people said that it was bad, but I liked it. I even like the way that it ends. It kind of has like a like positive ending to it, and it's just a fun little sci-fi movie. So I'll vote for Oblivion. Yeah, I'm Steven. What do you think?
You muted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Can't hear you.
Oblivion is one of my favorite. Oblivion is one of my favorite movies of 2013.
He might be frozen.
Yeah, frozen. Your internet kind of sucks, Steven, but I think he was leaning towards Oblivion.
Yeah, it sounded like
he's
he's
one of
gonna.
those favorite movies that year.
Yeah, it sounded like
Okay.
he's gonna vote for
Yeah.
Oblivion anyway.
Your internet's
So.
pretty choppy, Steven.
Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just say Oblivion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Sounds good. Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, Oblivion's an interesting one, like because it's based on a comic book, even though but the comic book is unpublished because it was written by Kaczynski himself. I kind of wish he had published it.
Yeah.
But I wasn't a big I'm not a big fan of Oblivion. And I do think Desolation of Smaug is the best of the Hobbit trilogy, so I'm gonna go Hobbit.
Yeah, like I actually will defend the Desolation of Smaug somewhat, because say what you want about the CGI. There is one scene though where the CGI actually works great. It's that scene where they're all like riding down the river in those barrels and stuff. I think that's great. That actually works really well for me. That's a fun scene, but I still got to go with Oblivion.
But that's how I think Oblivion moves on.
Yeah. It'll be Oblivion. So what we got next?
But Pain and Gain up against A Most Violent Year.
All right, so that's one of the holdovers. I think from like 2014.
14.
Let's say yeah. So it'll be me first, and yeah, this one's close. This might be one of the tougher matchups for me, because I mean, like, you can say what you want about Michael Bay, but I actually really like Pain and Gain. I like the way that he did it. Like, I mean, you have those critics out there that'll be like, oh, well, they're just making light of a very serious situation with this stuff, but just a movie. I mean, it's not like history or like supposed to be 100% accurate. Yeah. So I mean, and The Most Violent Year is good, but actually, probably would edge it out to Pain and Gain. I think that's a fun time about these bodybuilders, and I mean, I would recommend both these movies. The Most Violent Year is good because Oscar Isaac is a powerhouse in that movie. But yeah, I got to give it to Pain and Gain. It's one of the few that I actually really like. Wahlberg and The Rock together. So, and also shout out Tony Shalhoub. He's a great kind of little like Weasley guy in it. So yeah. But Steven?
Yeah, this is actually pretty close, but I also think I'll go with Pain and Gain.
Yeah. Sounds good. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, Pain and Gain is probably one of The Rock's better movies. But I actually watched The Most Violent Year after we did the 2012 tournament, 2014 tournament.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoyed it, so I'm going to go Most Violent Year.
Yeah. I'm Austin.
Most Violent Year was okay, kind of better performances than the actual movie for me. But yeah, I kind of like Pain and Gain. Pain and Gain's not one of the better sort of Michael Bay movies. It's not about explosions every 9 seconds and car chases, so I kind of dig it. But I'll go Pain and Gain.
Yeah, so it'll be Pain and Gain. But I kind of agree with you though on the Most Violent Year. Like really great performances, but the movie's kind of
I'm not as
all right.
interested in the movie.
Yeah.
We've got Her versus Mud.
Ooh.
All right.
Eventually,
so
I want to do
2010s
like,
one-word titles.
yeah. Like eventually, want to do movies with one-word titles, but we got to go decade by decade. Yeah.
I mean, not just one-word titles, but one-word three-letter titles.
Yeah, right. Like that. But and it'll be Steven first.
Haven't seen Mud, and Her is my second favorite movie of 2013. My favorite was I didn't see it on the list, so I guess it was on yesterday.
Probably.
So, yes, definitely her.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm, what do you think?
What movie was your favorite?
The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
It's in the championship.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, but it'll be there. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. I think Mud is okay. It shows how much Matthew McConaughey had movies coming out in this year.
Yeah. Right.
Because I think we had a few other ones last night too. Plus we also had American Hustle. But I love her, so her.
Yeah. Austin.
Her. It gets a lot of love in here, but hey, we'll probably talk about it on Malcolm's Ranking on Sunday for a reason.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Most
sounds
likely.
good. Yeah, because I'm gonna vote her also. Like Mud got a lot of hype, like from a lot of critics, and then when I watched it, like that movie was kind of boring. Like there's not really a lot happening. Just like Matthew McConaughey on this island, kind of out in the bayou, and then he meets these kids and like sends the kids to go get him stuff or do things for him. And like her is like a really deep kind of cool love story about falling in love with the AI, which could maybe be true to life sometime soon. We'll see. So.
Well, there is an app. They're called AI Girlfriend or something like that.
Really? Oh, they already have that. Oh, dang! Yikes!
But we've got Now You See Me up against Nebraska.
All right. And you'll be first, Malcolm. So.
You're
gonna go.
Yeah, Nebraska is one of the ones that was nominated for Best Picture. Actually, I think it was, but
yeah.
It was definitely nominated for at least a couple of Oscars anyway, because I think Bruce Dern was nominated. But
yeah,
I threw it on because of I threw it on because of that. But I haven't seen it, unfortunately. It's one I wanted to get to. But look, Now You See Me is a guilty pleasure of mine, and it's enjoyable. So I'm going to go Now You See Me.
Yeah. Well, Austin.
Nebraska was one of my favorite movies of that year, and probably my favorite Alexander Payne movie overall. Like that movie's really, really good. Bruce Dern is excellent in there. Bob Odenkirk's great. Will Forte's great. Stacia Keach's great. Everybody's great in that movie, and it's a quick 90 minutes. Just great performances, good little story. I'm easily going Nebraska here. Now You See Me is like, what? I don't know how that's a franchise.
Yeah.
How is that a franchise? Are they making it?
I mean,
why?
There's only 2 of them.
I know, but I'm pretty much heard they're gonna make another one. Like,
yeah, actually, I have heard that. Yeah, but yeah, I think it just has enough A-list stars that people just I don't know, might want to see it. But yeah, I'm not I'm kind of lukewarm on Now You See Me. I think it's fine for me. It's like a 6 out of 10. It's nothing really great, but I just haven't seen Nebraska, and like I was debating whether to watch that one or a couple other ones. I just wasn't sure. Like I just tried to like do a little research to figure out if it was a Jordan movie or not. One I would really like because it kind of seems like real artsy and that kind of stuff, especially the whole black and white of it. Like I don't know, like maybe it's good, but so I haven't gotten to it yet. But I like Now You See Me enough to vote for it. I'm not in love with it, but
oh my god, you guys are making
the
wrong decision.
So yeah, I'll vote for Now You See Me. Yeah.
What the hell is going on? Nebraska.
I like the cast at least.
Way better movie.
But Steven, what do you think?
I mean, I love Now You See Me. The sequel, not as much, but the first one I think is great. And I like Alexander Payne. I mean, I love Sideways and The Descendants, but I haven't seen Nebraska.
Yeah. No. Well, I guess it'll be Now You See Me.
Oh my god! Oh my.
Maybe
god.
we need Wolfman in here because he would have voted Nebraska. Like that.
Jesus. Killing me with that one. That's so stupid.
I was hoping we'd get someone from Nebraska in here just for the joke that if they say that I haven't seen Nebraska, like, look around.
I was waiting until we do like Napoleon Dynamite or like My Private Idaho or something. I'll be there for that. But We have what's that? The first one. Oh,
Mandela Last Walk to Freedom.
Long Walk to Freedom. Yeah.
Yeah, the long one. Yeah, against VHS 2. So it'll be Austin first.
Nebraska.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, the Mandela movie's okay. I watched it when we did. I was on Malcolm's Rankin show when we talked about Idris Elba. It's all right. Again, it's an okay biopic with a really good performance. But VHS 2 is one of the best found footage movies with the greatest short horror film ever made. And the guy did the raid, so VHS 2.
Yeah, like I'm actually glad that I've actually seen VHS 2. I've not even seen the Mandela Long Walk to Freedom. So I mean, I do want to see it though. It does look like something pretty interesting, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. But yeah, VHS 2 like had a couple of segments that I really like. I mean, actually, I probably like almost all the segments but one, and even the one is just okay. It's not even terrible. So yeah, but yeah, that crazy cult one in Vietnam or whatever it is like great, or it's like maybe Indonesia, something like that. But yeah, so I'll go VHS 2. Steven, what do you think?
Haven't seen either. I think Mandela probably looks like it would be more. I don't even really know what. I know it's an anthology movie, right?
Yeah.
For VHS, yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
But I don't really know much about the VHS movies. So I'll go with Mandela.
Yeah, it's a great anthology that they like what I've seen. They're like they always try to have this like continuing storyline where they're like trying to sneak in and steal a bunch of VHSs from somewhere. That part's always like kind of stupid to me. I just like the anthology of it all. So, but Malcolm.
I mean, every anthology movie tends to have some kind of through line,
Yeah,
like going through to set up each installment. I actually, I just watched VHS 2 sort of just before we went live. I got about an hour in, but I've seen enough to know that I really love it. It's a lot of fun. And I actually watched Mandela Long Walk to Freedom last night. It's really good, but I'm going to go VHS 2.
Yeah, so it'll be VHS 2.
Yep.
Nice. All right. Let's see what else we got.
Next up, we've got How to Train Your Dragon 2 up against Out of the Furnace.
All right. So How to Train Your Dragon 2 is one of the holdovers. It might be 2015, I think, maybe.
I think it's
2014.
Okay. 2014. Cool. So, and it's me at first. I mean, man, I've seen Out of the Furnace, but I feel like I just don't remember that much. I just remember like Christian Bale walking around with his shirt off for a part of it, and I remember like being in some kind of factory, like an old kind of like looking factory, but I don't remember a whole lot of it. But I still remember that it being good though. Like I do remember liking, I guess, but just maybe not as memorable, or like maybe I was distracted. I don't know what was going on, but and then How to Train Your Dragon 2 I've seen, and like I will say these movies are really good. They're just not really all timers like they are for a lot of people. For me, they're just good. They're like a 7 out of 10 for me. So this one's pretty even. But I'll just say, just because I don't remember as much about Out of the Furnace, and I probably need to rewatch it, I'll vote How to Train Your Dragon 2. Steven?
Out of the Furnace has a really great trailer. If I hadn't forgotten about it, I might have put it on my favorite trailers list.
Oh yeah, totally.
You
need to post that on the Patreon. Sorry guys, I'm working on it.
The movie itself is good, but not great though. That being said, I haven't seen any of the How to Train Your Dragon movies, so I guess I'll go with Out of the Furnace.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, I haven't seen Out of the Furnace. How to Train Your Dragon 2 is probably my least favorite out of the trilogy, but they're all still really pretty good. But I haven't seen Out of the Furnace, so I'm going to get How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Yeah. Austin.
Again, you know me, I'm not much of an animated guy. I like the How to Train Your Dragon movies. I don't overly love them. I've seen them all like one time. I kind of liked Out of the Furnace, and I like what Christian Bale's doing in that movie, so I'm gonna go Out of the Furnace.
Well, it sounds like we have a tie, right? So, yeah, so we'll go to Steven. What do you want to go for?
I don't know. I'm not really.
Really invested in either one.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I might be invested with How to Train Your Dragon 2 if I'd seen it, but since I haven't, I know how much people love that movie, so Out of the Furnace is fine, but I'll give the people what they want.
Sure. Yeah. There'll be some people that really like him. I know Wolf's big on Jacob Barber, like some of the people in our community. So yeah.
You don't have to pander to the people.
Yeah, you don't have to, but you can.
I believe that is Stoker.
Stoker.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Stoker. I give it a year.
I have no idea what I give it a year is.
I haven't seen either one of them. So, but Austin, I think you're first.
No, Steven.
Right. Okay. Sorry, Steven.
Stoker.
Yeah. Oh, Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd give it a year once when it first came out. I remember it's like a comedy. It's got Rose Byrne, Anna Faris, Rafe Spell in it. Okay. I just don't remember too much about it, and I just haven't seen Stoker at all. But yeah, it's got Nicole Kidman in it, so I might just go Stoker.
Yeah. Austin.
Stoker, because I've seen it. I have no idea what I give it a year is. No idea. Never heard of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just trying to look at the synopsis really quick. I don't know. Either one. Like I'm reading the synopsis doesn't sound that intriguing to me, but I mean probably Stoker. Like I kind of feel like the synopsis isn't really doing it justice because it's very vague. But I like Nicole Kidman enough, so let's go with Stoker. Yeah. Right.
We've got the Wind Rises up against the World's End.
This one's easy for some of us, but but yeah, Malcolm.
Look, I'm a big anime guy, and I've just kind of just started sort of getting into Ghibli a lot as well. But it's and Wind Rises is definitely one of my favorites of Studio Ghibli movies. It's just really good. And I really love the animation when it comes to anime because 2D animation's pretty much lost to the world these days. It's all CGI, so it's always good to see a actual computer animated one pop up every now and then. But yeah, The World's End is good. But I'm going to go The Wind Rises.
Yeah. Well, Austin?
Well, let's see. A Miyazaki Ghibli movie versus my second favorite Edgar Wright movie. And one of the Yeah, The Wind Rises. No.
Tough.
No, The World's End. It gets better every time I watch it. It's why it's jumped into my second favorite Cornetto movie over Shaun of the Dead. So, yeah, World's End pretty easily for me.
Yeah, well, for anyone who's not big into anime, there's this animated series. I don't know if you ever heard of Homestar Runner, but it's like an online thing. But they do a whole thing where like the character's strong bad. He like breaks down what anime essentially is. That's just like these people with like little tiny eyes until they get surprised, and they're really big, and then they have little teeny tiny mouths, and when they're closed, but they're ridiculously huge when they're open. And then they just have really elaborate costumes. And they just fly around in like really cool poses, and you can't see the background, like a blurry view of like all over the place. And it's like, like that's just like a real like generic take on it. But
if it's hentai, all the girls have really big boobs as opposed to
right, yep, yeah. And if it's not, then they're either huge boobs or totally flat, and you can't tell if they're a guy or a girl. But I mean, that's no knock on anime. I do like some. Like I saw Spirited Away recently and actually really enjoyed it. But yeah, I got to go with The World's End pretty easily here. Like, yeah, it's my third favorite of the Cornetto trilogy. But I need to give it a rewatch because I've recently rewatched Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead, but I haven't rewatched The World's End, so I'm due for rewatch for that and kind of see if my rankings change maybe. So. Yeah, let's go with The World's End. Steven?
I haven't seen the Wind Rises. I've seen The World's End, and I'm going with The Wind Rises.
Okay. Well, I think I know what's going to happen here because it's a tie, and it goes to Malcolm.
You got to be shitting me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to quit the stream. What the?
Yeah, The World Rises.
Are you kidding me?
The World's End.
No, I love The Wind Rises more than The World's End. Like, there's 1 star difference between them for me. Like, one's 5 star for me, one's 4 star.
Oh God!
So you're not a big World's End fan, Steven, huh?
I'm not generally a big Edgar Wright fan, but I'm definitely not.
It's a sci-fi Cornetto. It's the sci-fi Cornetto movie. You should love it.
It is, yeah. Like
it gets so stupid in the third act.
Oh my God! Holy shit!
All right, well,
2 of my favorites: Nebraska and The World's End. Gone.
Gone.
Jesus.
Where's the rest of our panel? Yeah.
What the hell is happening?
But all right, well, we got the Hunger Games Catching Fire and Inside Llewyn Davis. So. Is it me first or is it you, Austin? Okay.
I haven't seen Inside Llewyn Davis. Catching Fire is the best of the Hunger Games. Catching Fire.
Yeah, I haven't seen Inside Llewyn Davis, and it's a toss-up. Like it just depends on the mood. I like all of them for different reasons, but I kind of like all of the Hunger Games movies. So let's go Catching Fire. Steven?
Yeah, I'll go with Catching Fire. Although my favorite is what was the next one called?
The Mockingjay.
Like yeah, Mockingjay Part 1. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see how this new prequel is gonna go because I actually read the book like a while back. I read it years ago, but the book's actually pretty good. So, Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, like Inside Llewyn Davis is a really good music movie. And it's like if you like Coen Brothers movies, you'll probably like this. If you're not a big fan of Coen Brothers, then maybe not.
Maybe good for us, not for Chris Scott.
But Oscar Isaac is really good in it. And yeah, but now I know how Austin goes here because I feel like Catching Fire is going to win regardless. I'm going to give the vote to Inside Llewyn Davis.
Oh, y'all have won these other ones. Fuck off. Y'all you didn't put Nebraska through. You didn't put the World's End through. Oh, please. Acting like you haven't gotten anything through yet. Come on now.
Sorry. Yeah. Well, it's like it'll be
Catching Fire.
Yeah, Catching Fire. Sorry, I got a voice message from Dan. He's going to be here in like a few minutes, like about 5 minutes or so.
Next up, we've got The Invisible Woman up against The Spectacular Now.
All right, and it's me first now. So I looked up the synopsis for The Invisible Woman. I haven't seen it, but it looked like something to do with like Shakespeare had a mistress and they try to keep it a secret kind of thing, but I haven't seen it. But The Spectacular Now is great. Like I think it's really, really good. It's a great performance from Miles Teller. Like just a really powerful. I think it's him and Shailene Woodley, if I remember. But yeah, like it's really, really good. Like, I think it's like besides Whiplash and Top Gun Maverick, this might be like his next best performance besides those two. So I would highly recommend it. So I'll go with The Spectacular Nat. Steven, what do you think?
Yeah, The Spectacular Now. I mistook The Invisible Woman for The Invisible Man for some reason.
Yeah, that's what I thought at first. I'm like, wait a minute, that was like what 2021 or something like that. But Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, The Invisible Woman sounds really interesting. It's about Charles Dickens and his mistress, not Shakespeare. But yeah, it's directed by Ray Fiennes. It's one that I actually wanted to try and find for this. I just couldn't find it anywhere. I couldn't even pirate it anywhere. But Spectacular Now is great. So I'm gonna go Spectacular Now.
Yeah, one of the movies I watched, I had to pirate, and it was kind of hard to find, but I eventually did find it. But we'll get to it. But Austin?
Well, I've seen The Spectacular Now a couple times. It's a good movie. And all I need to know about The Invisible Woman is that it's set in 1850s London. So that's a no for me. All right, so Spectacular Now. Yep, that's all I need to know. It's a period piece, British drama. Sounds great. I'll pass. All right, Spectacular Now.
Yeah, like it depends. Like sometimes if it's Charles Dickens, maybe, but I don't know. It's tough for me. I don't know.
Next up, this is the end up against short-term.
Oh, come on!
Another one of my favorites. So that means it'll lose. So here we go. All right, sounds great.
Well, maybe, but
Steven.
Who's up first?
Steven. All
right, Steven.
I gotta go with short-term 12.
Yeah, that's not looking good for you, Austin. But Malcolm.
Yeah, this is really tough because I really wish the randomizer put this as the end up against something else.
Yeah, sure. Why it's going to be this match?
But because I really love it. But that being said, Short-Term 12 is a really tough watch, but it's a really good movie as well. So I'm going to go Short-Term 12.
Yeah. Well, Austin.
Oh, this is the end. It's only one of my favorite comedies of the 2010s, and really fun. Post-apocalyptic. Movie where everybody's playing themselves, and it's a really great satire on celebrity and everything. So I'll vote for it, but it's going to lose immediately, just like all these other ones. Great, sounds good. All right, it's cool, awesome.
Well, I mean, so I do love This Is the End, and the only thing is, had I not just watched Short Term 12, I literally watched it this morning. And that freaking movie blew me away. Like that movie is so powerful. Like I was crying because like there's a lot of it just feels like I don't know. Like I just have this thing in life where I feel like I got very, very lucky to have the family life that I have, where we all got along great, and then it's like and we're all best friends, and there's no abuse or no crazy weird things going on. But it's like all my friends and like people that I know don't have that. Like that they've all grown up in like crazy hard circumstances, and it's just kind of one of those things that like I'm kind of like the outsider looking in, and I feel for them, but I can't really say that I know how they feel because I don't really have that. And yeah, like it was just really great performances, like just all around. Even like an earlier one for Lakeith Stanfield when he was like it's just and then like maybe one of Brie Larson's best roles I've ever seen, maybe the best that I've ever seen, and also Caitlin Adiva. They're all good, and like I just wish it was a different matchup because I do also love This Is the End, but I just think Short Term 12 was just almost like an all timer for me. So sorry, Short Term 12. Just bad matchups.
After this, I'm going to take my randomizer out back and give him a stern talking to.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what you got. That's what we got to do.
Got the 2013 Romeo and Juliet with Haley Steinfeld.
What even is that? I've never heard of half these movies. What is that?
Well, he just said what it was. Romeo and Juliet with Haley Steinfeld. And then up against The Last Stand with Arnold and Johnny Knoxville, which is kind of like a weird pairing. But and is it Malcolm first?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's been a lot of Romeo and Juliet movies, but haven't got around to seeing the 2013 one. I've been meaning to for the longest time. But I mean, it's got a bunch of great. It's got a great cast though. You got Douglas Booth, Hailee Steinfeld, Cody Smith McPhee, Stellan Skarsgård, Paul Giamatti, all in there. But I mean, and I mean, Last Stand is one I haven't seen either. But if I'm going to go to which one I'd choose Romeo and Juliet any day.
Sure, yeah. Well, Austin.
Yeah, and I'll take an Arnold movie over Romeo and Juliet any day. And oh my God, the Hamlet thing in Last Action Hero is probably better than that movie. So The Last Stand.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never seen this Romeo and Juliet, but I am a big Hailee Steinfeld fan. Like I love Hailee Steinfeld, but I just haven't. I hadn't even heard of this before I saw the list. I'm like, what is this? That they did a Romeo and Juliet? Interesting. And but Last Stand is actually fun. Like I think that's a fun Arnold movie, kind of him trying to defend his town from these crazy guys, and then just you have Johnny Knoxville just kind of running around for comedic effect, and it actually works. I'm a big Johnny Knoxville fan also, so let's go to The Last Stand. Steven?
You guys said one of you said that Johnny Knoxville and Arnold Schwarzenegger are a weird team, but Johnny Knoxville was also in with The Rock in Walking Tall.
Yeah, just weird. Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed The Last Stand thoroughly, so I'll go with The Last Stand.
Yeah. Well, The Last Stand makes it. Right.
Yeah, it's that Place Beyond the Pines.
All right.
Percy Jackson's Sea of Monsters.
Ooh, all right.
Didn't we already talk about that movie?
Yeah. No, I don't think that we talked about it yet. We talked about it like off camera or something. I feel like.
Oh, it was
but
your mystery thing. That's right. What?
Oh yeah.
Randomly, out of the thousands of movies, now we've talked about this movie twice in like 3 days.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it twice. Yeah. It's me first, right?
No, I'm first.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about Percy Jackson at all. It's not my thing. Place Beyond the Pines is okay, so I'll give it to that.
Let's see. So I haven't seen The Place Beyond the Pines, but I'm a huge Percy Jackson fan, and I don't like how I did this movie. I think that they were it was just all over the place. It loosely follows the book, but not even really that much. I don't think it's very well done. I think the first Percy Jackson's is pretty well done, but this one just kind of is just off. There's some really cool stuff that like I imagine it in the book, like when they have to go to the underworld and like some things like that, and they do it in there, but it's just not. It's not at the level the book does, it even close to me. So even though I haven't seen A Place Beyond the Pines, it's probably one I'd rather watch more. So I'll vote for The Place Beyond the Pines. So, Steven?
I'm not as crazy about The Place Beyond the Pines as most people are. I love the part with Ryan Gosling, and the second story with Bradley Cooper is good, but I think it's rushed. And but the third story with about the sons, that didn't work for me. That being said, I'll still vote for it over Percy Jackson.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm?
Yeah, The Place Beyond the Pines was one of the ones I've been meaning to get to for this. Well, I didn't realize until just before that I completely did not watch it in the end.
Oh.
But
how dare you?
but yeah, I mean, it does sound like an interesting movie. Look, I know Percy Jackson is. I really love the book series. I agree with what Jordan said that they messed up this adaptation a lot.
Yeah,
I think they kind of wrote themselves in a corner as well, because, with how much they changed it. Here's hoping TV series is better, but you got the author on board for that, so he's going to make sure it's accurate. But I'm going to go Percy Jackson Sea of Monsters because I haven't seen Place Beyond the Pines, but I think Place Beyond the Pines has the votes.
Yeah. Well, we have one more person join us. We got Dan here. Hey, what's up, Dan?
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I had a press screening I had to cover and a 45-minute drive home, so I apologize for being late.
Oh no, it's all good. No worries.
A Place Beyond the Pines is a phenomenal movie. If you haven't seen it, Malcolm, you gotta see it. You will freaking this movie. Ryan Gosling is incredible. Ben Mendelsohn is incredible. Ava Mendes is amazing. Phenomenal movie. Derek Cianfrance is the director, and he is fantastic, I believe. I believe it's Derek Cianfrance, if you haven't seen it. I can't recommend that movie enough.
Well, sounds good. It sounds like it's moving on.
And then just FYI, this isn't directed to any. This was directed to everybody tonight, so not just you, Dan. But Malcolm's got a work engagement at a time constraint tonight, so we're going fairly quickly tonight. So just letting you know.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. No problem. No problem.
It's not directed towards anybody in particular. He literally has a hard out about an hour and 45 minutes from now. So,
but next up, we've got Keanu Reeves matchup. We've got 47 Ronin up against John.
Oh
Wick.
man.
All right.
This one's kind of tough, but maybe not so much. I'm first. So I really do like 47 Ronin. I think that it's fun. I don't really care for like the fantasy elements when they actually add in the dragon. That kind of like it gets lost on me a little bit. But it's not like a total like I just hate it. I just think oh, here's something that's great. That's like maybe like like 8 out of 10, and then you get to the dragon part. Maybe it's like a 5 out of 10 for me. So. But yeah, John Wick movies are in my top 10 of all time, especially 1 and 3, and probably 4 soon. I haven't really like done a final ranking because the 4 is pretty recent, but yeah. So let's go, John Wick. I'm Dan.
Yeah, I'll be. I'm not the biggest fan of 47 Ronin. I mean, John Wick is an absolute classic. I mean, a masterpiece, and it's like Keanu Reeves. I mean, how could you go against John Wick here? John Wick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, Steven?
You're muted again.
Muted.
Haven't seen 47 Ronin, so I'll go with John Wick.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm.
Yeah, I've seen both of these. Like 47 Ronin is very enjoyable, but yeah, John Wick is incredible. So John Wick.
Yeah. Austin?
Yeah, 47 Ronin is watchable. I don't think it's that bad. It's okay. But give me every John Wick movie you can give me. I'll watch John Wick Chapter 37 at this point. So let's go.
Yeah, same. Yep, just give them all to me. Yeah. So, clean sweep. Yeah. All right. Then on that side, so that's pretty good time. We're doing all right.
Yeah. I was a little mad, Dan, because the World's End and Nebraska both got knocked out in the first round, and I was not too happy about that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't get here sooner, guys. I apologize.
No, you're fine. You're fine. No worries.
No worries. Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy up against Gangster Squad.
And Guardians of the Galaxy is a holdover from our previous tournament. It's one of the Elite Eight, so that's why.
Yeah.
13, but it's a holdover. So, Dan, you'll be up first since you're here. So,
this is I can't speak for you guys. This is an absolute no-brainer. Gangster Squad is a piece of garbage. Guardians of the Galaxy is one of my top MCU movies, so that's like a massive mile between them. So, Guardians.
Yeah. Yeah. By a country mile, yeah. But Steven, what do you think?
I mean, I'll go with Guardians, but I don't think Gangster Squad is that bad, actually.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I also don't think that Gangster Squad is that bad. I think it's definitely watchable. But that being said, I'm not going to go for it over Guardians. So Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. I'm Austin.
I also don't think Gangster Squad's that bad. I think it's okay. I think it's watchable. I didn't hate it when I saw it. I mean, it was kind of silly. Like Sean Penn is definitely eating scenery left and right. But having said that, like Malcolm said, I'm still going with Guardians. It's a better movie. So you don't have to worry, Dan. I'm just sticking up for it, but I'm not saying it's better.
I just think the plot's ridiculous, and this has got a historical based story.
I just thought it was kind of fun. I thought it was silly fun. I don't know, whatever.
Right.
I didn't take it that serious. It wasn't The Godfather. It ain't Goodfellas. You know what I mean? Like I didn't care. Hell, it ain't even Public Enemies, the Michael Mann movie. You know what I mean? Like not even close.
Yeah. Well, I've never seen a Gangster Squad just because it got kind of not very good reviews. I just didn't rush out to go see it. But from looking at the cast, it's got about 8 to 10 people in this that I love. So I mean, it's got a great cast, but I mean, sounds like it wasn't executed very well. So
and my favorite actor, Giovanni Ribisi, is in
right.
Yep. He's in everything. I swear to God, he's in everything.
Yeah,
have you seen the opera yet? Have you seen the opera yet?
I know. I only liked it because he got shot like halfway through it. So
yeah,
I can't stand. I can't stand Giovanni Ribisi. I can't stand.
Oh, never mind.
No, I don't like. I mean, he's fantastic. Like I said, he's my favorite actor. He keeps showing up and shit, and I just don't want him. I want him to go away.
Yeah, he's also going to be the lead in that new Waco series that's coming up.
Oh, good.
So Waco Aftermath. Yeah,
sounds good.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's going to be Guardians of the Galaxy, but by a long shot. Yeah. So Guardians.
Guardians.
Yeah. I was getting there. I kept on clicking on the wrong tab.
Oh yeah.
But We're the Millers up against the Lone Ranger.
Ooh. So
you know,
it'll be Steven first, I think. Yeah.
The Lone Ranger is not without its mishaps, but I really enjoyed it. And I haven't seen We're the Millers, so I'm going with the Lone Ranger.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah. Look, I was going to leave the Lone Ranger on, but Jordan insisted that I include it.
Yeah, because I actually will defend it. Yeah.
But that being said, the Lone Ranger's not good. I'm not a big fan of We're the Millers, but I think it's better than the Lone Ranger.
Yeah, sure. Austin?
Yeah, the Lone Ranger has one decent action sequence. The train sequence is okay, but the rest of it's terrible. That's a bad movie. I'm like Malcolm. I'm not even that big of a fan of We're the Millers. I saw it once. Nick Offerman is fun when he shows up, and at least Jennifer Aniston plays a stripper in it. So I'll vote for We're the Millers.
Yeah. So I do like We're the Millers, but I mean, since I advocated for the Lone Ranger to be on this thing, like I'll vote for it because I actually love Johnny Depp in this role. Like, it may not be like he's not a Native American, but like I'm of the camp that's like, so what? Like it's called acting. You can act and play anything. So yeah, and I also love the score by Hans Zimmer. I think it's like actually might be one of the best Hans Zimmer scores out there. That thing is a banger. So I really like that, and like I have fun with it too. I mean, I like some of the other cast. I mean, say what you want about Armie Hammer. I mean, this was before we found out what we found out about him. So and then you got William Fichtner in there, Helena Bonham Carter, of course, because it's a Johnny Depp movie. So yeah, I'll give some love to the Lone Ranger, sure.
I mean, I like the Lone Ranger, but Johnny Depp actually is the one aspect of the movie that didn't work for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I actually like him doing like the Kemosabe or like whatever he's doing. Yeah.
It's just so tonally off.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan.
That's kind of
true.
The
voice of reason here, please. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Let me tell you something. I'll tell you what. We're the Millers is a surprisingly funny movie. You got Warlock in here. You got Ted Lasso in here. You got Jennifer Aniston. I mean, like you said, this is actually a pretty funny movie. Now, I'm Johnny Depp. I see a painting. I want to be that Indian, so let's make a Lone Ranger movie that goes $1 billion over budget. And you got Mr. Canceled over here, Armie Hammer. Are you kidding me? The Lone Ranger is terrible. We're the Millers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's We're the Millers, right?
We're the Millers, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's fair. I didn't really expect it to go through very far.
I mean, let's face it, whatever, neither of those was really going to beat Guardians. So.
Yeah, right.
You got The Immigrant up against Devil's Pass.
What? I don't know what either one of these are.
Oh, it must be a Rennie Harlan movie. It says director of Die Hard 2 and Cliffhanger. What?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
I've never even heard of that.
I believe The Immigrant is a Joaquin Phoenix movie.
Joaquin.
Oh, yeah.
Joaquin.
Joaquin. Hey, he's from New Zealand. That's how they pronounce it. But
Devil, you really scraping the bottom of the barrel here with Devil's Pass. Jeez, what the
heck?
Yeah, what is that?
But I think Malcolm's up first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you gonna go for?
Yeah. I haven't seen either of these, but Immigrant's got Joaquin Phoenix in it, so I'm gonna go The Immigrant.
Yeah. I'm Austin.
Well, I haven't seen either one of these. I'm likely to watch The Immigrant before Sunday though, because it's got Joaquin Phoenix in it. And I'm doing a show about it. Rennie Harlan hasn't made a good movie since Deep Blue Sea, so I'm assuming that one's bad as well. So yeah, I'll go The Immigrant.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Devil's Pass. I don't know. I've never even heard of it. I don't even see barely anyone that I recognize. I mean, Gemma Atkinson. I barely know her, but
Joaquin Phoenix, Jeremy Renner, Marion
No,
Cotillard.
no, I
you
mean,
said
Talking about Devil's Pass.
yeah.
There's somebody in it.
Yeah,
nobody.
The Immigrant has like everybody. Yeah, but and yeah, I haven't seen that either. But yeah, I'm more likely to watch the Immigrant. So let's go with The Immigrant.
Yeah,
Dan?
actually, guys, The Immigrant's a good movie. If you like the Godfather Part 2 sequences with Robert De Niro, finding his way in New York and all that stuff, The Immigrant's a lot like those type of sequences. And you have friends that kind of stab each other in the back a little bit. This is a great movie, very underrated, by the way. Immigrant.
No, I'm probably going to watch it before Sunday because Malcolm's got a show I'm going to be on about Joaquin Phoenix movies, so I need to watch that.
Oh, really, Malcolm? Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I just watched. I just watched today the You Were Never Really Here, that movie.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a good movie. Yeah.
Oh, Steven, what do you think?
Yeah, haven't seen either. Devil's Pass, just from the title, doesn't sound great. Although, as far as Rennie Harlan goes, I enjoyed mine. Was it Mindhunter that he did?
Mindhunters.
Oh yeah.
So that was after Deep Blue Sea, but I'll go with The Immigrant.
It's no Exorcist the beginning, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Or The Legend of Hercules.
Yeah. So I think that's The Immigrant.
Yeah, Immigrant. Yeah.
Yeah. Just for fun, I looked up the Rotten Tomatoes. The Immigrant has 86%. Devil's Pass is 48%.
Okay.
Twice.
Double.
Yeah.
That is more than I would have expected.
Oh, here we go.
Flips up against
Here's
the
one
wall.
that's freaking.
Come on.
What the hell, man?
Like good matchup.
Yeah. Malcolm, this randomizer needs a good spanking after the show.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Might have to bring out the belt after this. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Austin, I guess you're
man, these are both good. Yeah, because Locke is great. Powerhouse Tom Hardy performance, kind of a one location, one actor movie. I like it. But damn, Captain Phillips is really good too. This is kind of a coin flip, but I'll go with Captain Phillips. But I don't mind either one going through, honestly. So
yeah. Yeah, this one's tough because like Captain Phillips is great because I mean you got Tom Hanks against a bunch of like Somalian cast. I want to say. I mean
Pirates.
They're like pirates, but yeah. Like I am the captain now, and I don't know whatever happened to like the Barkdad Abdi if he's doing much, but like he was good in this. I already went bankrupt for a little
He did
bit.
something else.
Yeah,
he was in something else. I can't remember what it is right now.
But Locke though, just blew me away. I was really late to Locke. I only saw Locke maybe like 6 months ago, and yeah, this movie is great. Like just like One Crazy Night, a movie of Tom Hardy trying to right some wrongs, and in doing so, like he kind of like I don't know, like it kind of messes other things up, and then just him driving in the car for the whole movie, and then all the people calling it. And I swear, like nobody's phone rings that much off the hook. Like it just doesn't. But they needed something to like fill all the movie through. So I get it. So yeah, but it's still great. I'll vote for Locke. Yeah. Dan.
Yeah, where the hell was Locke in the A24 versus Neon bracket?
I don't know.
It ends up in this bracket.
Ask Wolfman.
Wolfman, how you doing? I love you, Wolfman. I love you, Wolfman.
One that left it
Where was Locke? No, I'm just messing
Yeah.
with Wolfman. I'm just messing with. He told me he just couldn't fit it in there. Unfortunately for Tom Hardy and Locke, which I freaking love Locke, I'm the captain now. Captain Phillips. I mean, where was Tom Hanks' Oscar nomination for this? He was fantastic.
I know. Yeah.
I mean,
especially when he breaks down at the end. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's director Paul Greengrass. Wow, this guy's been on a roll the last 20 or so years.
Yep. Yeah, I would agree. So, Steven, what do you think?
Yeah, Tom Hanks' performance. I think out of all of the snubs he's had over the years, this is probably like the most egregious.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd also go with Captain Phillips.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm?
I mean, looking at the nominees for Best Actor for the year that this would have been
Stacked.
It is really sad, but you had McConaughey, Bale, Bruce Dern, Leo, and Chiwetel Ejiofor for Travis
Oh,
Slave.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I know.
So I don't. I would like to think Tom Hanks was probably that six, just sort of knocking on the door. But yeah, and I did look up Baghdad Abdi, and like since this, he was in like Blade Runner 2049, Grimsby, Eye in the Sky.
Oh,
He was also in Castle Rock as well.
Told you.
Okay.
I knew he was
Yeah,
in
so
a
he
couple
could do
things
something.
after that.
Yeah, he's in Castle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, he's showing. There's some kind of Mel Gibson movie called Agent Game that's getting terrible reviews that he's in, like a straight to DVD movie that he's in as well. It sounds terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I do really like Captain Phillips. I think it's good, but Locke is a surprise. So I'm going to go Locke.
Can I just say something real quick, Malcolm?
Yeah.
You know, we do Gone with the Wind, me and Malcolm do. And what is one of the things I always bring up on Gone with the Wind, Malcolm? We need 6 nominees in the acting and directing categories. That year, that is one of the years we'd say.
I would go one more and just say 7. Let's make it lucky number 7. Let's put 7 in there, because there's always enough to do that.
Yeah.
Malcolm, because that's been a bone of contention with me and Malcolm going back.
But we can get on that another day. But I agree with you for adding more people into those categories. But yeah.
Yeah.
So what's moving on?
Captain Phillips 3-2 is close, but yeah.
I've always been needle Malcolm about that for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I've always been a little bit an advocate that the Oscars could maybe possibly expand the best actor and best actress, maybe, but I don't know.
We've got Saving Mr. Banks.
Damn it.
Olympus is full.
Damn it!
Oh yeah.
Come on, man. Enough of these matches.
This is a clear-cut one for me.
No,
but
the one very close for me. No, this
the ones you like are going up against heavy hitters. So yeah.
Jordan.
I think you're first, Austin, right?
No, you're first.
That's me.
Yeah,
okay, well, this one's easy. I never cared about the Olympus Has Fallen movies. They just don't really do that much for me. I mean, I'm not going to say they're the worst movies out there, but I just don't care. But Saving Mr. Banks was like an incredible movie, especially Colin Farrell's performance. Like, I don't know if he was nominated, but he should have been. He should have been nominated for an Oscar for that performance. And Tom Hanks and his interaction with like Emma Thompson, even Paul Giamatti in it, like it's just great. And like I'm a big fan of like Disney parks and like the history of like Disney, like a lot of my family is. So yeah, that's up my alley. And also Mary Poppins. So let's go.
Well, unfortunately, much like the actor, supporting actor that year was also super ridiculously stacked, and which is why he needs 7 because Jared Leto wins. Barkat Abdi from Captain Phillips, Bradley Cooper from American Hustle, Michael Fassbender, 12 Years a Slave, who was awesome, and Jonah Hill from Wolf of Wall Street, who was awesome.
Yeah, so that's a tough.
Who do you bump? It's like we just need more. We just need more slots.
Nobody. yeah. Need more slots, but yeah. But
I cannot agree more with Jordan. I literally was thinking the exact same things Jordan said. I don't want to sound like a broken record, Mr. Banks.
No, totally.
Mr. Banks.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Steven, what do you think?
Mute.
You're muted. Yeah.
I'm not thrilled with the sequels, but I really enjoyed the first Olympus Has Fallen. And even though I do think that Saving Mr. Banks is probably the better movie, I think Olympus Has Fallen I've just seen more times. It's just hugely rewatchable, and it's this and White House Down are both better Die Hard movies than the actual Die Hard movie that came out this year.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, but who's had more better wins in the franchise? More Die Hard better films than the Olympics movies.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, Malcolm, what do you think?
So when I made this list, both of these movies are really close. Like one's 15, one's 16.
Oh wow.
And honestly, every time I rewatch them, they could flip around at any time. No, it doesn't make things interesting.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Well,
I'm going to go Olympus.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Now it's down to you, Austin. You got to make the decision.
Because Olympus Has Fallen is the best Die Hard movie of the 2010s. It just is, and one of the better surprises. But my nostalgia and love for Mary Poppins is probably going to win out here because I adore Saving Mr. Banks and behind the scenes stuff and the performances. And I damn near cried when she was crying watching Mary Poppins. So, it's good stuff. So, I'll go Saving Mr. Banks, but God damn it, why couldn't Olympus Fallen be against the Rennie Harlan movie?
It also makes me appreciate that Save the Birds song like a lot more.
Yeah.
Or Feed the Birds. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think not like Mary Poppins though.
No, I mean it's stretching the truth, but it is what it is. I'm just saying. The movie it works.
But moving on, we've got Much Ado About Nothing, the Joss Whedon one, up against Kick-Ass 2.
Okay. And is it me? Dan first? Is that right? Yeah.
God, why do I get to go first on this one? Jesus.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Look, I'm not the biggest fan of Much Ado About Nothing. I watched it. I saw it. I was like, okay, Joss Whedon's going to do this between his Avengers movies. Okay. Kick-Ass 2 has Jim Carrey in it. And, of course, Chloe Grace Moretz as Hit Girl. Without Nick Cage, it's sad to see. I think Big Daddy wasn't in this one, right, guys? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because
But there was Jim Carrey in there, and I do like Hit Girl. So just slightly, Kick-Ass 2.
Yeah. Well, Steven, what do you think?
I mean, I like Kick-Ass 2 more than most people do, but I still don't think it's great. But I haven't seen Much Ado About Nothing, so I'll go with Kick-Ass 2.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah. Joss Whedon's version of Much Ado About Nothing is decent. It's not really one I'd write home about. I still prefer the one from the 90s better. But I have some enjoyment of Kick-Ass 2. I think Jim Carrey's great in it, so I'm going to go Kick-Ass 2.
Yeah. Austin.
First of all, Jeff Wadlow, not a good director. We'll go through his filmography another time, but not great. When you got Never Back Down, Truth or Dare, and Fantasy Island on your filmography, it's not good. Kick-Ass 2, when you look at his filmography, might be his best movie, and that's not saying much because that one's mediocre. Even then, I don't love Much Ado About Nothing either. I think the cast is more fascinating than the movie. The supporting cast of Kick-Ass 2, Jim Carrey, like you said, Colonel Stars and Stripes is good. So I'll go with Kick-Ass 2, but it's not going to make it very far. Although it gets there pretty quickly.
Yeah, well, kind of like I said earlier, like from my blind spots to decide what I was going to watch to prep for this, I averaged out the critic score and the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes to see which one I might want to watch first. And surprisingly, What You Do About Nothing had an 88% once I averaged those two scores out, so it's actually pretty high. But still, it doesn't really seem like a movie that's up my alley, so I still didn't watch it. I was like probably not for me. And Kick-Ass 2 is a lot of fun. Like I really like Jim Carrey's Colonel Stars and Stripes, and like Jim Carrey finally doing some action for a change. So yeah, let's go Kick-Ass 2.
Yeah, and it will say like that Joss's version of Much Ado About Nothing. It's a modern day setting. It's not actually a period piece. So yeah.
Oh, it is okay. Nice.
It's not so it's a modern day version of it.
Okay.
So
X-Men Days of Future Past up against The Conjuring.
Yeah, and Days of Future Past is one of our holdovers from our previous tournament that made got the crossover. So just FYI. But Steven, you're up first.
Yeah.
This has got to be the toughest one so far. I guess I'll go with The Conjuring, but I do love X-Men Days of Future Past.
Okay. Yeah, Malcolm.
Yeah, this is actually very tough for me, but I've got to go Days of Future Past.
Yeah, anybody knows me knows I don't love these Conjuring movies. I think it's been kind of an overblown franchise that's run its course. I can't believe they're doing a fourth one. This whole universe is kind of bugging me at this point, how much they're bringing it for money. I don't think there's been a really great movie in the whole thing. The first one's okay, but it turns into a generic possession movie at the end. Days of Future Past is one of the best X-Men movies and still holds up really well and works. So I'm going to go X-Men.
Yeah, well, for me, this one's actually a little tougher because for horror movies, I'm a huge James Wan fan. Like he might be my favorite horror director. Like I'm just a really big fan of like the way that he creates these worlds and he creates creatures and he creates different things like that. But I mean, X-Men: Days of Future Past, I'm a huge X-Men fan. Like besides Spider-Man, that's my like second series of comic books and characters that I grew up reading. And I remember reading this story. I remember it being where they sent back what's her name? The one that what's her name plays yeah. So they end up sending Kitty Pryde is one that actually goes back in the comic book. But for this, I think it makes sense. You send back Hugh Jackman. He's the one that can survive the trip, and and it works really well. Just seeing the blending of the original cast versus the kind of first class crew, basically. And I mean, I don't think that it's a perfect movie, but it's still one of the best that they've done. So let's go Days of Future Past. Yeah.
Oh my God!
Damn.
This is the toughest one I've had yet. Because I'll tell you what, in the last decade or 15 years, we had the horror renaissance, and part of that is the Conjuring franchise, in my opinion, my humble opinion. But one of the best X-Men, really, you probably could put it in the top 10 of comic book movies the last however many years, in the last 20 years. You could put X-Men Days of Future Past in that top 10 of probably comic book movies. And so this is really, really hard. But I just love X-Men Days of Future Past, mixing those two franchises, the old and the new X-Men. So I'm going to go with that one.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
move on.
X-Men it is.
All right.
And that's the last we'll see a Conjuring in the later series.
All right.
Next up, we've got Fast and Furious 6 up against Enough Said.
All right. And it'll be Malcolm first. So.
Fast and the Furious is a really mixed bag of enjoyment. And it's one of those ones that that definitely is just like dumb fun and all that. But it's going to keep going for at least 2 more movies. So I think they said 11 is going to be the last one. But then they'll have mini spin-offs, most likely. But enough said about Fast and Furious a bit. And Enough Said is actually a really enjoyable rom-com with the late James Gandolfini and all that. So I'm going to go Enough Said.
Yeah. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, this is closer than you think, because I do think Fast and Furious 5, 6, and 7 are pretty fun, and then it started dropping off severely after that. Six is all right. But yeah, I'll champion Enough Said as well. Like you wouldn't think James Gandolfini in kind of a rom-com would work, but it's 2 stars we don't see in a lot of movies. Period with him and Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and it's an enjoyable little movie. So I'll go Enough Said. Fast and Furious is going to have 5 more chances in these yearly series to go through again. So you know what? That's fine.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, but so Enough Said was the other movie that I watched for this, and I'm a big Julia Louis-Dreyfus fan, a big Seinfeld fan, so I'll watch her do just about anything, and even The Sopranos to an extent. Like I have seen, I think all The Sopranos, but I saw them way after the fact though. So, but I mean, I'm also a big Fast and Furious fan, and just one last thing. Enough said. I liked it, but I didn't love it. Like it's one that's about a 6 out of 10 for me. Like it just wasn't getting me like all the way there. But I do like the Fast and Furious movies a lot up until number 7, just like Austin, and then 8 and 9 I thought were just like ridiculous, like to a point of like they're not good anymore. So, but like this is one of the first ones where we see Han come back. I mean, this is one where we have The Rock doing like a lot of one-liners. Like he's got the cast on. He's like, "Daddy's got to go to work," and he flexes his cast off, and he's like throwing things at freaking helicopters and knocking them out of the sky. Like for me, like it's just one of those. Just kind of turn your brain off. Just listen to a lot of crazy, cheesy one-liners, and just watch things explode. And I think that it's still fun. They still have a couple races in it. So yeah, like I still have fun with this one. So yeah, I'll go Fast and Furious. So
yeah, I don't want to reiterate what Jordan said and Austin said, but I actually love 5, 6, and 7 of the Fast and Furious. I think legitimately some of the best action films of that entire decade.
Yeah.
That being said, Enough Said is a really good rom-com. James Gandolfini is really good, and Julie, they have good chemistry, but I just got to go with, I think this is just too good of a film, in my opinion, Fast 6. So I got to go with Fast 6.
Yeah. Steven, what do you think?
I always laugh at the titles of that franchise.
Yeah, they got weird titles.
Hard
to tell them apart based on the title.
I'll go with Fast and Furious 6.
Yeah.
Oh well, Malcolm, we tried.
Yeah. You have the Fast and Furious. You have Fast and Furious. You have Fast and Furious 6, Furious 7. It's like, come on.
Next up, we've got A Good Day to Die Hard up against The Purge.
Oh,
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Someone needs to punch that randomizer right in the face.
Yeah, right. Well, Austin.
Yeah, now it's like the opposite. I got 2 movies I'm not crazy about.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because with the Purge thing, I think the best of the series is Purge Anarchy, but that's the sequel to this one. And this it's got, again, a great premise, and that in that first movie does nothing with it because there's no budget. It's just a home invasion movie, and it's okay. But then again, that Die Hard movie is really shitty. It's not good. So I'll go The Purge just by a little bit, just because Ethan Hawke's at least okay in it. And again, the premise is okay. But yeah, Die Hard squanders everything. It's bad.
Yeah, pass on this one.
Yeah.
I don't really care for either one of these, but I mean, yeah, like I'm kind of with you, Austin. Like at least The Purge has Ethan Hawke. I mean, that Die Hard movie is almost unwatchable for me. Like it's just like ridiculous and not good. And so yeah, I think I gotta go with The Purge. It'd be funny to have Chris Scott here because I know he actually loves this Die Hard and he hates The Purge. So there'd be like he probably have a pretty funny take on it, but I'm gonna go The Purge. Dan?
I'll tell you what. If I could abstain from this one, I would. I really would abstain from this one. But based on what Austin and Jordan already said, I mean, for the first time, it's an interesting concept. I'll tell you what, we could really use a Purge right about now. I'm not going to get into politics, but Ethan Hawke is one of my favorite actors of the last 30 years or so. So I'll definitely go for the Purge because oh my God, that Die Hard was garbage.
Yeah, trash. Yeah. Steven, you're muted.
Yeah, they made John McClane annoying. How can you do that?
Yeah.
He keeps saying throughout the movie, "I'm on vacation," which isn't even true because he went to Moscow because his son was on trial for murder.
Yeah, he's on vacation in Moscow. Fuck off. Yeah, that's
weird.
Yeah.
Also, not very many people are really going to Moscow for vacation these days. Even
nobody goes to Moscow for vacation. Nobody.
Nobody.
No.
So I'll say I do love that poster, and I love that tagline "Yippee-ki-yay, Mother Russia." That's a great.
It's like the best part of the whole movie is the poster.
The Purge wins this easily, and I mean The Purge is probably well, it's not my least favorite, but it's definitely not as good as Anarchy, but it's it's still way better than A Good Day to Die Hard.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm?
Yeah, I actually quite like the first Purge. Honestly, I think it's good.
Different movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the first
we're not
Purge.
talking
That's a
about
whole
the
different
first
movie.
Purge.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that. But,
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, I am in the camp which I do think Anarchy's better. But that being said, like, I think A Good Day to Die Hard is watchable personally. Like, I do like watching it.
Well, Malcolm.
But
yeah,
but I don't say it's a good movie at all. But it's still going to be The Purge. That I'm going to vote for.
Okay, it sounds good.
All right.
So it'd be The Purge, right? So
You know Wolfman's in the.
Oh yeah, cool.
Except for August Osage County up against the Bling Ring.
Hey, what's up, Wolf?
What's up, guys? Sorry, I showed up at like literally the worst matchup. I'm glad I abstained from that. I'm not putting my vote.
You skipped that one because literally no need. But yeah.
Well, and I'm just as everybody's coming in, I'm telling the same thing. We're on a bit of a Malcolm time crunch tonight for his work, so we're going fairly quickly. Just letting you know, huh? So try to keep it to 30 seconds or so. So yeah, all right. So Jordan's up first for this one.
I don't really know that much about August Osage County. Is it a period piece? It seems like one, but I don't know if it is.
No, it's not a period piece.
Okay, well, I haven't seen it though, and I have seen it at Bling Ring, and I like the cast. I kind of like the retelling of a bunch of celebrity homes that ended up getting robbed. I think it's fun. So it's not like the greatest movie out there, but it's fun at least. So yeah, I'll go with the Bling Ring. Yeah. Wolf, what do you think here?
Yeah, I really enjoyed I have fun with the Bling Ring. It's one of A24's like first films that they did when they were like starting out and everything, and it was Sofia Coppola directed it, who's done like Lost in Translation and other movies. But yeah, it's got Emma Watson and a few other great cast members in it. It's a really fun time. I have seen August Osage County once. I don't remember it that well, honestly. Like I know I've seen it, but I just don't remember it that well. It was like, I guess that's a bad sign for the movie, but I mean, I just thought it was just kind of okay or whatever. But yeah, the Bling Ring is fun, so I'm going to say Bling Ring.
Yeah.
I just want to say, hey, you're looking good, Wolfman. Nice haircut.
Oh yeah,
thank you.
Bling Ring. It's got Emma Watson of Harry Potter fame in it, and Sofia Coppola, and it is based on a true story. But I'll tell you what, if I think you guys should give August Osage County another shot, because this is based on a Broadway play that has Meryl Streep and Julia Roberts, and it's a family dynamic type of situation where people don't get along and stuff in Oklahoma, and it's really good. And there was some Oscar nominations, I believe, from the film. So I'm going to go with August Osage County.
Yeah, I think it was nominated for like a screenplay Oscar or something.
It says it was nominated for just Julia Roberts and Meryl Streep. That's it.
Okay.
So yeah,
that's still a big category.
Yeah,
but, yeah,
sure.
But in the Bling Ring, though, they end up targeting Paris Hilton and Lindsay Lohan's house. So I like that. Like, sure, rob them all you want. So, but Steven, what do you think?
I'll keep this short. I have not seen the Bling Ring, but I have seen August Osage County, and that's why I'm going with the Bling Ring.
Sure, yeah. Yep, that sounds good.
You made me laugh, good, Steve.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm, what do you think?
This is tough. I do like both of these movies. I'm also not really that over the moon about either of these movies too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, August Osage County is a really good movie, and I think Meryl Streep and Julia Roberts deserve the nominations they got. But I just love slightly more The Bling Ring. I think it's a really good story, and yeah, I'm just really interested because I remember hearing about the actual true story about this and thinking that it was just really crazy, and then just seeing it immortalized in a movie is just equally as funny.
Yeah,
So,
right.
Bling Ring.
Yeah. Well, Austin?
Haven't seen either, but I'm much more likely to watch Bling Ring than Broadway play August H. County, as J.K. Simmons would say, just not my tempo.
I mean, if you like movies about incest,
you watched
you'll
The
like
Whale.
I love movies about incest. I'm all in it. Let's go.
Well,
now
you watched The Whale, and that's based on a Broadway, or that's based on a play. I don't know about Broadway play.
I said Broadway play, not an independent play.
Yeah.
But that's the Bling Ring moving on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bling Ring.
Next up, we've got the internship up against the Way Way Back.
The Way Way Back. Yes. I'm so glad.
Yeah, this is someone.
One good movie.
Wolfman.
They're going to vote for the internship, and I kind of feel like we could just put the Way Back through.
Nope.
But I don't know.
Not me.
Way Back.
Not me.
Great movie.
Yeah, the internship is bad.
Way Back.
We just put it
my
through.
God.
Yeah,
The
Way Back.
Yeah,
that's better.
Excellent.
Just save some time here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the internship though was I think like it was the last movie that I saw before I started working at.
It's the wrong poster, but it should be free.
Okay.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like Hangover Part 2. Oh God, I was like
Hangover 3 is worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hangover 3 is worse. Hangover 3. Hangover 2 is not as bad.
Hangover 3 isn't even funny. It's worse.
No.
The Hangover 3, let's just redo the first movie, but less funny.
Yeah.
So
it's I definitely go with Monster U here, guys.
Well,
I don't know about y'all.
I would too, unless anybody wants to.
Sure, yeah, we can just put the Monster.
Monster University is a decent movie. It's
I don't even like any of the Hangover movies personally.
Yeah, I mean,
come on,
the Hangover movie is.
I don't like the first one. No.
Wow.
I mean,
that's one of the funniest movies in recent memory.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've got the Hangovers as good pleasures for me, but even though it looks like I will be the minority in this panel.
Yeah.
World War Z up against Blue Jasmine.
Oh, we got to talk about this one.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. Back down to Wolf. Yeah.
Yeah. Wolf.
Okay, so I'm gonna World War Z. I watched this in theaters, and I watched this movie a lot because it's like my mom's favorite zombie movie. So she will put it on a lot, and I will watch it with her. And it's gotten to the point though where like I'm kind of getting bored of it because I've seen it so many times. But I do enjoy the film though overall, and the video game too is really fun. I don't know if you guys have ever played the World War Z video game, but that's really fun. Cool. You have to play it with someone though, or else it's boring as hell without someone. You have to play it like with a. But Blue Jasmine is, I know Woody Allen is kind of problematic right now, but he makes great movies. This is another great movie. It won Cate Blanchett her second Oscar, deservedly so. So yeah, and she's my favorite actress. Proves it that in this movie. So I will say Blue Jasmine.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I read the book World War Z, and I freaking loved it. This movie's different than the book. The science
way different.
The science behind how they create these people and stop these people, and the running and the fast-paced zombie. I'm a much bigger fan of fast-paced running zombies or infected, whatever you want to call them, than slow ones. And I really like World War Z. I really like what they did with the movie compared to the differences in the book. But I'll tell you what, when I walked out of Blue Jasmine, I said to myself, Cate Blanchett's going to win an Oscar. And damn well, she did win an Oscar. And I'll tell you what, I think this is one of her best performances of her career. And I got to go with Cate Blanchett just for Blue Jasmine, just for that.
Yeah. Sounds good. Steven, what do you think?
I do love Cate Blanchett, so one of these days I do want to see Blue Jasmine, but I haven't seen it. So I'll go with World War Z.
Yeah. Malcolm, you say?
Yeah, I also haven't seen Blue Jasmine. I've seen World War Z. It's a good movie, so I'm going with World War Z.
Yeah. Austin.
World War Z. It's an okay movie, but it's a complete bastardization of the book. If you want to actually adapt the book, it needs to be a TV show with a different anthology each week.
Yeah.
Story. But I did see Blue Jasmine theater. I'm not normally a Woody Allen fan, but I really like Blue Jasmine. Andrew Dice Clay is awesome in that movie. He's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
And so is
His
Bobby.
father.
And so is Bobby Cannavale. Like they're both
Yeah.
great in that movie. Excellent. Yeah, no, everybody. I remember hearing the previews coming out and going like, "Holy shit, Andrew Dice Clay, like that Dice Clay, like Dice Man Dice Clay." It's like, yeah, no, he's really good in this movie. He's excellent. He's a good actor. So, Blue Jasmine for sure. It's a good movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I still haven't seen Blue Jasmine. It is one of my blind spots, so I need to get around to seeing because I do really like Kate Blanchett and then just some of the other ones, like even Louis C.K. Like he pops up and that is what it looks like, and Sally Hawkins, like she's good too. So. But I actually really like World War Z though, because World War Z, like even though like it's like totally different than the book, because I listened to about three quarters of it from Austin's recommendation. I listened to the audio book and the audiobook's great. They get a lot of like celebrity voices. They're doing the music. They're doing sound effects. So like it's really a great audiobook to listen to. I listened to it on a plane ride, and I even like the third act that's famously rewritten. I've said it before that it kind of gives me some vibes of like, I mean, not as good, but with like the general vibe of Jurassic Park from the raptor scene, because they got to go in this like a laboratory and like try and bypass these zombies to try and find whatever cure that they're looking for. So yeah, it's really good. It's all about World War Z. Yeah. So tie.
So we had one tie before you guys got here, both Dan and Wolf, and it went to Steven because he was at the bottom at the time. So unfortunately, I think we still have to keep going up from there.
Yeah,
so it'll be Malcolm.
Wait, how did y'all have a tie if there's 5 people?
We had 4 people before both of y'all got here.
4 before I got here. It became 5 once I got here.
Dan was about 45 minutes late, and you were late. So we had 4 people for a little while, for almost the whole first side of the bracket.
Well, actually, we had 2 ties because I put through Wind Rises over Rules.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So it's on you.
Oh, so it's on me. Okay,
yes,
cool.
It's you.
Blue Jasmine. Yeah.
Yay.
Thank you, Austin.
She won the Oscar and she won this round.
Yeah.
Woo.
There you go.
Austin, you're a savior.
Yes.
Next up, next is Before Midnight.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. So who's up first?
Is it me now?
Okay.
I think it's. Oh yeah, it's Dan. I'm sorry. Yes.
Dan. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, and I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I love the Before trilogy. That being said, the weakest of the Before trilogy is Before Midnight. I could not stand these 2 characters in this movie, whereas on the other 2, I love them. And this, I was like, I would just strangle him. Snitch, The Rock, one of his better, underrated performances in a really fun movie. So I'm going to go with Snitch.
Yeah. Steven.
I mean, I've seen Before Sunrise and I've seen Before Sunset, but I still need to see Before Midnight.
But
so
you need to watch it before midnight.
Yeah. Right.
All right. So
All right.
So I'll go with Snitch.
Yeah.
It's a decent movie. It's not great, but it's decent.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, when I was making the list, I saw that Before Midnight's coming up in this one, so I just binged the entire trilogy in a couple of days because I didn't want to start on the third one and work way back. I wanted to sort of start from the start and go that the correct way. And yeah, I love them all. Before Midnight was actually my second favorite of the trilogy. I like Stitch enough, but I'm going to go Before Midnight.
I own that criterion as well.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say it's right next to me. It's right here. I just haven't opened it. I haven't seen them yet, so I'm working on it. But I do own that criterion set. I just haven't opened it yet. I haven't seen them. I know I haven't seen them. I haven't seen them. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'll get around to it. But yeah, I did I saw Snitch in the theater, so it was okay. It's the closest thing we've gotten to the Dwayne Johnson doing kind of a dramatic performance. It's about the closest thing we've had, and he's not bad. I wish he would do more small movies like this rather than just big budget nonsense. So I'll go Snitch. Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't enough time to watch the whole before trilogy, so I thought about maybe just watching this one, but I'm like, I got to see the other two first. So when I have more time for that, I'll watch the other two. So I haven't seen that, but I also haven't seen Snitch. These are both blind spots for me. And but I do remember seeing the trailers for Snitch, and it looked pretty interesting. I remember like The Rock driving around in a car a lot, so probably if you put these two in front of me, I'm gonna watch Snitch first. So I'll go Snitch. Wolf.
Yeah, I own it right here as well. And
Yeah.
I did a test one time when I had the day off. When I had a day off, I was like, you know what? Just for fun, I'm literally going to watch before sunrise, and I'm going to watch before sunset, and I'm going to watch before midnight. And I did that in like one sitting one time. And that was like, and I regret it because it made my sleep schedule whack. But but they were all great movies, so maybe I don't regret it because I love them all. And Before Midnight is excellent. It is the weakest of the trilogy, I do agree, but it's still excellent in my opinion. Both these characters I love their performances from them, and it's one of the best trilogies just ever made, period, in my opinion. And Snitch, it's maybe the only time literally in all of his films that like The Rock wasn't necessarily The Rock. Like he tried to be a different character, I feel, or at least he put effort into it the best he could in Snitch. But it was still it was fun. It was enjoyable. But yeah, Before Midnight for me.
Yeah. So what are the votes?
It's actually going to be Snitch.
All right, Snitch for the win.
I will say I don't think the Before trilogy is Jordan movies.
Probably not, but
You didn't think that those guys were annoying in the third one, Wolfman?
I mean, I didn't think they were annoying. I thought that like their relationship has like grown to that point that I felt like it was like a natural progression. I don't know.
Oh, okay. All right. I got you.
All right. Steven's up first for Elysium and Under the Skin.
Yeah.
Steven.
When it's a movie you've seen versus a movie you haven't seen. So I'll go in
I didn't hear
He didn't hear you.
He will go with Frozen was last. Was the other day.
Elysium.
Elysium.
Yeah.
Okay.
Elysium.
Yeah,
Okay.
very good,
Yeah.
Frozen.
Well,
Malcolm.
Yeah, I remember seeing a little bit of Elysium once. I haven't seen the whole thing, but based on what I've seen of it, I wasn't really interested in continuing it either. But that being said, I did watch Under the Skin the other day. It's one of those movies like there's barely any dialogue, and it's just so intriguing. It's basically Scarlett Johansson killing a whole bunch of men. There's a lot more to it. I just don't want to spoil too much about the movie, but so I'm gonna go Under the Skin.
Yeah. Austin, what do you say?
I like both of these movies. I like Elysium. It's a good time. I like Neil Blomkamp a lot, actually. I'm kind of excited he's making movies again. But I like Under the Skin as well. It's kind of an artsier, classier version of Species, a little bit. So Species is like an art house film. But I like Under the Skin a lot. And I like the score. It's a really good score. So I'll do Under the Skin.
Yeah. So I'm actually kind of with Malcolm. I saw like about half, maybe a little less than half of Elysium, and then something happened, and I just wasn't able to finish it. But I do want to go back though, and I do want to actually finish it because I am a big Neil Blomkamp fan. I'm actually more intrigued about this Gran Turismo movie he has coming up because of it's Neil Blomkamp. Without him, maybe I wouldn't care that much because I'm not even that big on the game. I mean, I appreciate that it's like more, probably the most realistic driving game that exists out there, but still, I don't know, like I'm kind of lukewarm without Blomkamp, but like fairly excited with them. And I haven't seen Under the Skin, so with that, I do like Scarlett Johansson. I know you get to see her like topless or naked or something, but I'm still gonna go with Elysium. Yeah. So the movie that I've seen half of. So, Wolf.
Come on, ScarJo boobies aren't enough to like make you vote for.
Well, they're intriguing. I just haven't seen them yet. So,
but I have seen both of these. I watched Elysium in theaters. Don't remember what the fuck I even watched. Like, it was forgettable for me. Like, that movie, I just don't even remember at all. Like, I know I saw it. Like, I went with my dad. I went with my dad and I seen it. I don't remember what even it happened, what it was about. It was just like boring and not interesting for me. But Under the Skin, that was another movie when I first watched it. I fucking hated this movie. Like, I hated it when I first watched it. And then I rewatched it again after watching several explained videos too, and breakdowns and all that stuff. And it was actually really good. And like, I was able to dissect the themes more and understand it more. And it was like, and I actually really love this movie. So for me, I'm going to go Under the Skin.
Yeah, I told you guys when I did the A24 bracket that I did a double feature of A20 Under the Skin and Lock. What a day of movie going that was. And I love both films, and I love ScarJo in that. I'll tell you what, I think Neil Blomkamp has two really good films, Elysium and District 9. He has one absolute dog crap movie, and that's Chappie. But
I'll defend Chappie.
Because I'm a fan of Matt Damon, and I'm a fan of Jodie Foster and Sholto Copley. So, but I really do like Under the Skin. I think it's a movie that more people should see. So I'm going to go Under the Skin.
All right.
Yeah,
the Skin.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and I will argue. I think Scarlett Johansson should have been nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
All right,
next up, we've got Warm Bodies up against Anchorman 2.
All right.
Okay, Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, Warm Bodies is a movie that I didn't expect to like as much as I did. It's just one of those ones but it's basically the premise when I heard about it, it's very similar to Twilight. There's a zombie falling in love with a human, I think it was. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. But that being said, even though it's not as good as the first one, I still really enjoy Anchorman 2. I think the fight scene in Anchorman 2, I think, is actually better than the first one. But it's a lot of fun. So I'm going to go Anchorman 2.
I'm Austin. What do you think?
Anchorman 2 has its moments, but I feel like it drags a lot, and it's like a 2-hour comedy that feels like 3 hours. I remember sitting there feeling
way too long.
Shit, is this movie ever going to end? Like, my God. Like, it just went on and on and on and on and on. And like, I just, it's a lot of the same stuff over and over again. I hated the Kristen Wiig, Steve Carell stuff. I thought that was really redundant and stupid. Just them just being dumb in front of each other. Like, it's too much. Warm Bodies, on the other hand, was a really creative movie and a nice little kind of, new take on the zombie genre. I thought it was a lot of fun. So I'll go Warm Bodies.
I think Anchorman 2 is good, but not great. Like I would agree that it drags. This movie's like is it ever gonna freaking end here? But I mean, the big fight scene's fun. Like it's for me, like it's at least on the same level as the fight scene in the first one for me, and like maybe like even better. Yeah, but I mean, there's just not enough to really get me there. Like I think that the story just kind of drags on for a while, but Warm Bodies was a lot of fun. I actually really liked this movie. And if you compare Nicholas Holt's career, like from like Jack the Giant Slayer, because that's where I first remember him, to like where he is now, like through like Warm Bodies all the way to Renfield. Like in Renfield, he's leaps and bounds better of an actor than he once was. Like he's like vastly improved. So it's just kind of like in the middle of all that, and like he's pretty good in this too. And I had fun with it. So let's go Warm Bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nicholas Holt's first movie was back in 2002, and that was the second movie. Like he was been acting since About a Boy. He was.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was in About a Boy. Yeah. But Wolfman, what do you think?
Yeah. So I've seen both of these, and what's odd is me and my friend we quote Anchorman 2 a lot for whatever reason. We quote both of them, but we quote Anchorman 2 a lot. Like we've memed it and quote it a lot.
Yeah.
But it's a fun sequel, but it's not nearly as good as the first. But yeah, Warm Bodies. I watched it one time on cable, and I rewatched it again this year for its 10th anniversary, and yeah, it's a really good movie. This movie is one of the better PG-13 kind of horror comedy, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Because it's sort of a rom-com. But yeah, Nicholas Hoult, and then Tysa Palmer, right? Is that her name? Teresa Palmer, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's really great in this, and then John Malkovich is he's always a great scumbag, and he's great in this. And so yeah, it's a really fun movie. If you guys have not seen it, definitely worth your time. So Warm Bodies.
Even Rob Corddry, he's a pretty funny character in it too. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
But Dan, what do you think?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm not the biggest Will Ferrell fan. And the ending of Anchorman 2, I just absolutely, that is so annoying. That whole ending with all the different various radio stations and all the cameos fighting each other. I do like the first Anchorman, but this one just went way over the top. That being said, Warm Bodies, what a pleasant surprise this was when I saw this. And, you gotta love Nicholas Holt's career, how it's went. You really want to do a double feature. This would be a great Renfield and Warm Bodies double feature.
Yeah, right.
I definitely recommend
Warm
Bodies double feature, Zombie and Dracula. If you got friends, you're gonna do something interesting for Halloween or something. What a good double feature that'll make. But yeah, I gotta, and I gotta get that Steelbook of Warm Bodies. So I'm gonna go with Warm Bodies.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm Steven.
Yeah, it's pretty close for me, but
And you just froze.
Your internet's
frozen.
Yeah.
Frozen 3.
He said it's pretty close, and then we didn't.
We just have to let it, guys. We're just gonna have to let it go.
It's
No, this is where they'll cut in "Don't Stop Believing." It's don't stop believing.
Oh, there he is. He's back. We got him.
Oh, you're back. Yeah.
Yeah, you're freezing.
Yeah, but it's Warm Bodies. I'll go with.
Okay, sounds good. So it'll be Warm Bodies.
Is that the last one? No,
It was.
Might be. Yeah.
I thought it was the last
so-
one. I had a feeling about that.
Well, we're doing good for Malcolm's time constraints, so let's keep it up. We'll kick it into overdrive and get the votes and get to a finish. Or we'll see.
Usually this round, just to remind everyone, we usually go about 10 seconds a
10
piece.
seconds
You
or
just
less.
vote, and if you have a quick
comment,
a comment, that's fine.
And then
I wasn't out because I wasn't here for some of the others.
Yeah, I was going to do it in a way so you can see what.
So you can kind of see Evil Dead beat Admission, Creed beat American Hustle.
The winners of these rounds will make it to the Sweet 16, which move on to the championship on Friday, and then it's kind of free for all from there. So
I'm gonna remember to write these down.
Alongside Bad Milo and Movie 43.
Yeah, right. Yeah, alongside those weird movies.
Come on.
All right, so I'm up first. I'm gonna go with the 2013 movie Evil Dead. I really like it. So.
Yeah, for me it's got to be Creed, hands down. I'm a massive Creed fan, so Creed, yeah. Wolf.
Yeah. So the Evil Dead franchise is to me the best horror franchise. It's the most consistent. The new one was still good. I still enjoyed it. It's probably the weakest of the franchise, but I still enjoyed it. But yeah, like that and then but the Creed movies are also awesome. That's a great trilogy, one of the best trilogies ever. But I gotta give this one to the 2013 movie, Evil Dead. I mean, fucking rains blood. It literally rains blood in the movie. Like, you can't get it better than that.
Yep.
Yeah, I like the Fede Alvarez Evil Dead because that's my first experience with Evil Dead ever. So I did like the Fede Alvarez Evil Dead, but I think, and I hate to not go with the 2013 movie, but I absolutely think the best of the Creed franchise is Creed, and Sylvester Stallone completely robbed of an Academy Award. I mean, he was phenomenal in this movie.
Yeah.
And I'm a big Rocky fan. Got all the 4Ks of the first 4 Rockies. I got to go with Creed here. Yeah, I know it's not a 2013 movie. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Even still, yeah. I'm Steven.
Yeah, Creed.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, I like both these movies. Just by here, I'm going to go Creed.
Yeah. So it'll be Creed moving on.
Yeah, Creed go to the championship again. Okay.
It's moving on. Arms wide open.
Yeah. All the way from 2015.
Oblivion versus Pain and Gain.
All right.
Jordan.
Man, this one's actually kind of tough because these are movies that I really like a lot, but I don't like love them. And I just think that I have a little more fun probably with Pain and Gain. Like I think I just like that one better. It's one of Michael Bay's better in movies because he's had some stinkers. So, but I actually like this one, so I'll go Pain and Gain. Wolf.
How did Pain and Gain beat A Most Violent Year?
Because we weren't in there, Wolfman. You weren't in there, Wolfman. That's why.
Yeah, you weren't there.
Yeah, I don't get that. But yeah,
it was close. I think.
I'll go Oblivion here then. I guess.
I will tell you guys, in case you guys didn't know, but Pain and Gain is based on a true story about Florida, about a sub shop guy who owned, I think, Miami Subs in Florida. You don't see any more Miami Subs, but Tony Shalhoub.
Yeah.
I mean, the chemistry between Anthony Mackie, Dwayne Johnson, and Mark Wahlberg is fantastic in this. But this is a real life story that happened in Florida, and I'll tell you,
it's crazy.
It's a wild, wacky story. I'm going Pain and Gain.
Yeah, I'm Steven.
Oblivion. I love that movie.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of Oblivion, a Pain and Gain.
Yeah. I'm Austin.
I'll make it a tie and say Oblivion.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So me with the tiebreaker?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
It is close, but I think they got to edge it out to Pain and Gain. I think I just like the one a little more. But I do like Oblivion. I think it got hated on way too much. So.
I like Morgan Freeman. I think he's in it, right? Oblivion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so,
I liked him in Oblivion. Yeah.
Now you see me.
You see this, guys? Now you
Beat
see
Nebraska.
me. These jokers, except for me, voted for Now You See Me over Nebraska. Nebraska
What
is an amazing
the fuck?
movie.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I also haven't seen Nebraska.
The rest of the I voted for Nebraska. The rest of these guys, bitch at them.
Well,
oh my god.
What the fuck
Wolfman.
is wrong with that?
maybe we should have
Well,
seen
man,
Nebraska.
what the heck?
So,
Oh my
but it might make it easier.
All right,
here,
who's
but-
up?
Yeah.
Do y'all not like catch up on Best Picture nominees? Like, come on, like it's Nebraska.
I don't
Best
know.
Picture.
Yeah.
I don't always do it. No.
Nebraska's amazing.
Wolf.
Who's up
Go
first?
ahead.
All
Who's
right,
up?
Wolf.
Yeah.
I mean, just as a spite vote, Now You See Me even beating Nebraska, it's her. Like, I mean, it's a better movie anyways, but like spite vote.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah. Sure.
Oh, her is
Damn.
her is incredible. I mean, absolutely incredible. I know people that don't like Joaquin Phoenix, but I'll tell you what, this is one of the best things he's done in
He's my favorite
really
actor.
20 years of great things. One of the better things he's done in the last 20 years, but he's been killing.
I was going to tell you, Wolf. I watched You Were Never Really Here today. Actually, good movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic!
Love that one. His
Yeah.
performance.
I'll tell you what, Bo Was Afraid. Wow, he is
I
amazing
watched
in that.
all that. I saw it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see it tomorrow. We'll see it. What's up, my Alex? I heard it's also
Jordan's gonna hate it. Jordan's gonna hate it. Anyway, Steven.
It's wild and long, Jordan.
Yeah.
It is really long.
Although he likes Midsommar, and that's a very like art.
He's
Yeah.
not gonna like Bo Is Afraid because it doesn't have a plot. He's not gonna like
Read
it.
my review, Jordan,
Actually-
afterwards.
I actually love Midsommar and Hereditary, but I hated the The Witch, was that his other one? I didn't like that. So.
No, he didn't do The Witch. That's David Eggers.
That's Robert Eggers.
No,
that's Robert.
No, he
that's
did.
Robert.
What was the other one he did?
Robert Eggers.
Just those.
Oh, he only did those. Okay, yeah, I was thinking Robert Eggers. Okay, so
anyway, Steven.
We'll see. Yeah.
Anyways,
yeah, Steven.
I almost want to vote for Now You See Me as out of spite, but her is my second favorite movie of 2013. So
yeah,
I'll go with
her is your tournament fights favorite movie. You got to vote for it, Steven.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If I'd found Nebraska and watched it, my opinion might have been different. I just hadn't seen Nebraska. I've got it.
I've seen it.
Regardless, I'm gonna go her here because her's great. So her.
Yeah. Well, Austin.
Yeah, this would be way harder if it was her versus Nebraska. But yeah, I'll go.
Oh
with
yeah,
way harder.
That would actually be a great matchup.
That'd be a good matchup. Yes.
Yeah, this is easy. Her. Just put it through.
Oh, what? You guys don't want to vote for Now You See Me? Oh, now you don't want to vote for it. Oh, I see.
Well, it's one.
Okay.
Well, to be fair, we probably weren't like really all that high. We just hadn't seen Nebraska. It's not like we were that high on Now You See Me.
I mean, I thoroughly enjoy Now You See Me. I just haven't seen Nebraska.
What did VHS 2 beat?
Mandela
last long
Idris Elba Mandela. It's he's good in it, but it's a mediocre. It's anyways. Dan's up first.
And that in How You Train Your Dragon 2 beat Inside the Fire or something.
Out of the Furnace. The Christian Bale movie.
Furnace. Oh, okay, wow.
Yeah,
but this is like a no-brainer here. I mean, I'd be shocked if any of us would go with VHS 2 here. I gotta go with How to Train Your Dragon 2. This franchise is incredible.
Yeah. Well, Steven?
I'll go with How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Yeah. Malcolm?
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of How to Train Your Dragon 2. I really like VHS 2, so I'm going to go VHS 2.
Yeah. Well, you might be surprised here. Austin?
VHS 2 has my favorite horror short film of all time, directed by Gareth Evans, the cult film, VHS 2.
Yeah, and I'm also like just kind of lukewarm on the How to Train Your Dragon franchise, and that cult one, it just blew my mind. Plus, it has a few other decent ones that I actually like. So yeah, I'm gonna go with VHS 2.
Come on, Wolfman.
Let's see. I mean, he's a horror guy.
You're a horror guy, Wolfman. You know that.
Yeah.
I'm a horror guy.
You know that short's good. You know it is.
And it is. It's a phenomenal short.
A short.
If it was only that short going up against How to Train Your Dragon 2, I would say by a landslide that short, because that short is incredible.
However, decent other ones. I mean,
VHS 2 has some that I really like, and then there are some shorts that I actually don't like in that movie. So like it's like kind of a mixture of things in there.
Yeah.
So that's the best short in it. While How to Train Your Dragon 2, I actually think is superior to the first film. That film is actually a better sequel than the first film. It's the best of the How to Train Your Dragon movies. It was actually dark. It was sad, like really sad, really emotional. It had like all these great elements to it, and it's just did everything this good sequel should have done. It should have won the Oscar for best animated feature that year, like in my opinion. So, so for me, I'll give it to one of the best sequels ever made, How to Train Your Dragon 2.
And the tie goes to Wolfman.
Goes to Wolfman, yes.
Yeah, wish it would have gone to me. Ugh.
Yeah, How to Train Your Dragon 2.
You can flip it, but
good job, Wolfman.
Yeah.
That we've got Stoker
and
against
Wind Rises, which beat The World's End.
Yeah, beat the World's End. Which I voted for The World's End, but we had a tiebreaker. I think that did it.
Yeah.
But The Wind Rises is like the better movie. So
no, it's not.
No,
it's not.
But
Steven.
Steven first.
I'll go with Stoker.
Yeah. Malcolm?
Yeah, I haven't seen Stoker. I'm going to go The Wind Rises.
Yeah. Austin?
Studio Ghibli's not my thing, Stoker.
Yeah, I'm very hit and miss on anime in general, and this is a spite vote for the World's End. Let's go Stoker because World's End should have won. So, Wolf.
Speaking of Studio Ghibli, I went to a little thing that they had at the theater, which is like a Spirited Away live, like on stage, which is like kind of
you
cool.
actually
It's
saw
like
that?
Found an events thing, and it was really good actually.
Cool.
But yeah, The Wind Rises. It's not like Howl's Moving Castle level or Spirited Away level or Princess Mononoke, but it's still really, really great. I've not seen Stoker, so this is just like a default vote to Wind Rises.
Yeah.
You guys,
Dan.
I always forget these directors because they got weird names. Who was the director of Stoker again? What?
Park Chan-wook.
Park Chan-wook. I mean, this guy.
Who did Old Boy, the original Old Boy.
Old Boy, and then he did
Decision
Audition,
to Leave.
right?
Yeah. And
Decision to Leave. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was his. Stoker is his first English language movie. So
yeah,
oh, wow.
yeah. I knew it was one of my favorite Japanese or Korean directors. I couldn't remember which, but yeah. Wind Rises is really, really Ghibli. I mean, they were on fire at this point, but Stoker, very, very good film. Very good film. So I'm going to go with Stoker.
Okay.
Yep.
Stoker.
So it'll be Stoker, and like just a little comment on Studio. Ghibli. I remember that I saw Howl's Moving Castle with this girl. She's like, I really want you to see this. It's my favorite anime of all time. Gotta watch it. And she proceeded to talk the entire fucking way through this movie where I couldn't pay attention to it. I'm like,
what's wrong with you guys?
What?
Like I wanted to tell her, shut up. But
Catching fire beat fucking inside.
None of us have seen it. There's another one where we haven't seen it.
I'm not a Coen fan.
Oh my god, that movie's so good!
It's like the second best, okay, maybe third best movie of 2013, but still, it's like it's high up there.
Well, it's not here, so it'll be
Malcolm
first.
Hey, don't be late to tournament fights. All right,
Yeah.
anyways, Malcolm.
You're right.
Yeah, right.
You're right, Austin. You're right, Austin.
You know,
I would like it on the record. I was the sole person that voted for Inside Llewellyn Davis, so it's not my fault.
Yeah.
Good job, Malcolm.
Yes.
Look, I love the Hunger Games franchise, but Spectacular Now is great. So Spectacular Now.
Yeah. Austin.
yeah, I really like Spectacular Now. I'm gonna go with that movie.
Yeah, the Spectacular Now is awesome. Like Miles Teller's performance alone is incredible. So, Spectacular Now. Wolf, what do you think?
Fight vote against Hunger Games for beating Inside Llewellyn Davis. So Spectacular Now.
Yeah. Well, Dan.
I'm gonna go with Spectacular Now, but what did it beat? I don't see what that is.
Yeah.
It was...
What is that?
That was The Invisible Woman.
Oh yeah, The Invisible Woman.
It's the Ray Fiennes Charles Dickens movie. I don't know. None of us.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Okay. I love Spectacular Now. I absolutely love Spectacular Now. I think it's fantastic. Spectacular Now.
Yeah. Steven?
Yeah, I'll go with Spectacular Now.
Yeah. All right, we got a clean sweep. Spectacular Now. Yeah. Let's see what else we got. Short
Yeah,
Term 12.
Up against The Last Stand.
The Last Stand. Yeah.
Which I was. Well, I'll get to it. I'm gonna first.
Yeah.
Spite vote for short-term 12 beating This Is the End, which is one of my favorite comedies of the 2010s. So The Last Stand.
The Short-Term 12 is the way better movie, though, dude.
Yeah.
Well, hey, if you guys can spite vote, I'm spite voting.
Yeah. Well,
but do you actually think it's a better? This is the End is better.
I would watch Last Stand more than I watch Short-term.
Yeah.
But do you think it's a better movie?
Okay.
I don't care if it's a better movie. It's my vote.
Yeah. For me, I had watched Short Term 12 for the first time for this, so and absolutely blew me away. Like made me cry. Like it just really, really powerful. Like there's a lot of things that I can relate to, not in my own personal life, but like all my friends though. Like I knew a lot of people that grew up in broken homes and that kind of thing. So it hit close to home, at least there. I do love This Is the End though. That is a great comedy, but in The Last Stand is fun. It's kind of like a guilty pleasure. I like Johnny Knoxville in it and stuff, but yeah, it's got to be Short Term 12, pretty easy. So, Wolf.
Yeah, Short Term 12 is to me the #1 movie of 2013. This is the best film I saw in 2013. This impacted me so emotionally. I was able to relate to some of the kids that were like troubled, all that type of stuff. I was really heavily able to relate to them. And as someone who also has been wanting to like get into foster care myself and stuff like that, like I really, really relate a lot to this movie, and I think it's just beautiful on every level. It is a masterpiece, and so I named my name here today after this. I was hoping that I would be here to vote for it. So short term 12. Come on, let's do this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah, my ex-wife actually lived in a home like that for a year, so like she told me all about stuff like that. But Dan,
and also for real quick, for all of you people who say Brie Larson is a bad actress because of Captain Marvel, watch this movie.
It's not a bad actress. I just think she's kind of cunty.
Yeah. Like I would kind of
Sorry,
agree with,
like Malik, another Oscar winner in there.
Man.
Even
Rami
in this,
Malek
like
is in there too.
she's good, but she's also kind of cunty.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But okay, Tom Cruise.
Stanfield, right?
In that case, then Tom Cruise is a major cunt. He's like, look at how he's acted on like set and stuff.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
that's kind of just like about things.
I've heard the complete opposite. I've heard the complete. Yeah, but for what? For him telling people not to follow COVID protocols so they can stay employed.
Yeah, so they don't get shut down.
That's I don't see that as bitchy at all.
Yeah,
he's protecting 1,000 jobs. Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't see that at all. He has a point. So
I love short term 12. I don't know even what the heck The Last Stand is. I don't even remember seeing that movie. I don't even know what it is. Short term 12 is
and Johnny Knoxville movie.
Oh, forget about that then. That's probably garbage. Short Term 12 is a masterpiece of just indie filmmaking at its best. I love Short Term 12.
Yeah. Well, Steven?
I really enjoyed The Last Stand, so I'll go with The Last Stand.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it is kind of fun, but Malcolm, what do you think?
I've seen X-Men: The Last Stand. I haven't seen The Last Stand. But I really love Short Term 12. So I'm going Short Term 12.
Yeah. Well, it'll be Short Term 12. Right.
So we got Place Beyond the Pines up against John Wick.
All right, Jordan.
All right. This one's pretty easy. I haven't seen that. The Place Beyond the Pines. I do like the idea of it being like an anthology thing, and I really do want to see it. I just keep seeing mediocre reviews, so I haven't like rushed out to watch it. But I'll get to it. But John Wick's in my top 10 movies of all time that ever made. So like, yeah, I love John Wick. So it'll be John Wick. Wolf.
Yeah. So this is a tough one because I enjoyed both these movies quite a bit. Place Beyond the Pines is depressing as hell. John Wick I've seen like multiple times. Like this movie is like really, really good. So for me, I'm actually going to go John Wick here.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is probably the hardest one I've had to deal with the whole entire time. I mean, this is like a coin flip for me. I freaking love A Place Beyond the Pines, and I freaking love John Wick. Oh God, I don't know. I don't think anybody's going to vote for it, so I'm just going to go with A Place Beyond the Pines.
Yeah. Steven.
If The Place Beyond the Pines had a better ending, I might vote for it, but I'm going to go with John Wick.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, I haven't seen Place Beyond the Pines, but I really love John Wick, so I'm going to go John Wick.
Yeah.
John Wick.
Austin, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I agree, Steven. I agree with Steven, though. The third act isn't as good as the first two acts. I do agree there.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, now that I look at it, Place Beyond the Pines has a 78% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's good. For some reason, like I thought I looked it up and it is lower than that, but I guess not.
Can I answer a question, guys? Was this not the year for 12 Years a Slave?
12 Years a
Yes, and
Slave was on part 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was on our part 1. Yeah. So
you're combining the final 16 with the final 16 from the other one.
Yeah,
the
16
from each episode go on to the 32 bracket.
But did 12 Years a Slave even make it? I thought maybe
12 Years a Slave did not.
Yeah, it did not make it. Yeah, because it went up against something. I can't remember what it went up against.
I think it got knocked out by Bad Words, kind of an underdog.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Bad Words, because we're all fans of Bad Words.
Yeah.
We wanted to champion Bad Words for just.
that movie's terrible.
Bad Words is great. Bad Words is
Jason Bateman? Jason Bateman?
That was awesome.
Yes.
It's always got 12 Years a Slave. Come on.
Yeah.
But anyway, is anyone going to vote?
Is anyone voting the Millers over Guardians?
No, we just put through Guardians.
No, put through Guardians. Yeah.
God, We're the Millers versus the Lone Ranger. Ew.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, not the greatest matchup.
Immigrant versus Captain Phillips.
Yeah.
Wolf.
All right, Wolf.
First off, I do just want to say, even though the CGI is terrible, I watched I think it was like this year. I watched The Devil's Pass for the first time, which is that movie that the immigrant won. It was actually not bad. I actually kind of enjoyed it.
Nice.
But yeah, but I'm okay with the immigrant being that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, between these two, Joaquin may be my favorite actor. And I love the cast of Immigrant. His performance is great in The Immigrant, but Captain Phillips was just excellent, intense, emotional. Just one of Tom Hanks' better movies in a while.
True story.
So
yeah.
I'll say Captain Phillips.
Dan?
Captain Phillips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would have voted Locke over it though, personally, but yeah, Captain
Same.
Phillips.
I voted.
It was a split. It was a split vote. To be fair, it was split right down the middle, pretty much. So yeah.
Well, Locke didn't even make it into the A24 Neon bracket.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, he was mad at you for that before you got here, Stephen.
I'm picking on you, Wolfman.
Yeah.
Captain Phillips.
Yeah.
Although I think we had another tournament real quick, Dan, where it was one location movies. We actually did a whole tournament of like one location. I think Locke made it pretty damn far in that tournament.
Yeah,
it did very,
very
well.
Did the Final Four or something like that.
Yeah, like a one location movie. Yeah. So anyway,
Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, I like Captain Phillips, but just because if we'll make the championship, will give me an incentive to watch it. The Immigrant.
Okay.
And I think that there's one crazy night that as Locke.
Well, it was both. It was a one location and it was also in the One Crazy Night tournament as well.
Okay. Yeah, it was in both. Yeah.
Both. I'll watch The Immigrant before Sunday for the Joaquin Phoenix show, but for here, Captain Phillips.
Yeah. I'm not saying the Immigrant, nor have I even heard of it before this tournament. So I'm gonna go with Captain Phillips pretty easy.
All right.
So
Captain Phillips.
Maybe Captain Phillips.
All right.
I'm your captain now.
Yeah. I'm the captain now.
Saving Mr. Banks as up against Kick-Ass 2.
Yeah.
I was worried because I forgot what Mr. Banks is going to go up against, but this is easy now. I mean, Mr. Banks, saving Mr. Banks.
Yeah. Yep. Sounds good.
Wait. What did Kick-Ass 2 beat?
The Joss Whedon's Much Ado About Nothing.
Yeah, we were all like mything on it, man.
Who the hell was on that episode? Damn it, I'm so pissed off about that.
Well, Steven?
Dan
voted for Saving Mr. Banks. So, yeah.
Yeah, Saving Mr. Banks for me too.
Yeah. Malcolm?
Yeah, Saving Mr. Banks.
Yeah.
This
Austin.
is way easier than the previous one. Yeah, Saving Mr. Banks.
Yeah, this one's easy. Saving Mr. Banks. Yeah. Wolf.
Yeah, Saving Mr. Banks is actually Kick-Ass. So I'll say Saving Mr. Banks.
Yep. All right. So Mr. Banks.
Okay.
X-Men Days of Future Past up against Fast and Furious 6.
Okay.
Steven, have fun with this one.
Oddly enough, the sixth X-Men movie versus the six Fast and Furious.
The Conjuring lost?
Yeah, right.
Okay. I'm shocked The Conjuring lost. That's a big shock to me.
Well,
I voted for The Conjuring.
Yeah,
I voted for The Conjuring, but for this, it's
the middle of the road.
While I do enjoy the Fast and Furious franchise, it's X-Men Days of Future Past pretty easily for this.
Yeah. Malcolm?
Yeah, Days of Future Past.
Yeah. Austin.
Days of Future Past is the better sixth film of the franchise. Days of Future Past.
Yeah, like this one's very slight for me because I'm a big, massive fan of Fast and Furious up until the 7th one. I think that the franchise should have ended honestly with like Paul Walker going off into the sunset. That would have been perfect.
Yeah.
But I'll vote for Days of Future Past. Wolf.
But Jordan, let's not forget that Vin Diesel said this new Fast and Furious movie, he was both inspired by Shakespeare and by The Godfather.
Really?
So like, because he thinks it's high art.
Right. High art my ass.
Yeah.
But no, so this is an interesting matchup. And also, by the way, because Fast and Furious beat Enough Said, I just want to throw this out. Like, Enough Said is actually a really great movie. James Gandolfini.
It was actually it was more of a split vote, Wolf. It was like 3-2 for Enough Said, almost beating Fast and Furious.
I watched it for the first time for this. I just thought it was about a 6 out of 10 for me. I wasn't huge on it, but
yeah, I loved it, but it was really good. But this matchup, I don't remember the 6th one that well. Like, I don't know, it's just kind of okay, but
it's very rock heavy, like Daddy's got to go to work or whatever. Then,
but I love the Days of Future Past. It's one of the best comic book movies ever made. So I'll definitely go to Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
I gotta also, of 5, 6, and 7, I think 5 and 7 are the better ones. And of those three, this 6 isn't as good as 5 and 7. And X-Men Days of Future Past is probably one of, if not the best X-Men movie, probably one of the top 2 X-Men movies.
Yeah.
So based on that, and it's one of the best comic book movies ever, in my opinion, probably top 10, 15. Yep. So I got to go with Days of Future Past.
Yeah. Sounds good. So it'll be Days of Future Past. All right. Let's see what else we got.
The Purge.
That
was a bad match. Yeah.
The bling ring. Yeah.
All right. Malcolm?
Yeah, just slightly. I mean, I do like the bling ring. I'm going to go the Purge.
Yeah. I'm Austin.
I haven't seen Bling Ring. I'll go the Purge.
Yeah. The Purge for me, I didn't think the first one was really all that great. I mean, it was fine. Like the Purge Anarchy is where it's at, but this one was. So I actually have fun with the Bling Ring. I think that it's fun just seeing him try to break in all these houses. I'm not really that high on either one, but I'll go the Bling Ring. So, Wolf.
Fuck off the Purge. There's a reason why I was able to get a Blu-ray of you for $1 at Dollar Tree because you suck ass. So the Bling Ring.
Yeah.
Man, Wolfman, you make me funny. You make me laugh, Wolfman. I'm not the biggest fan of the Purge franchise, but I like Ethan Hawke, and I just think this is one of the lesser Sofia Coppola movies. And I do like Emma Watson. I do like Emma Watson doing something other than Harry Potter. This is kind of a tough one in a bad way. I'll go with the Purge.
Yeah. Sounds good. Steven.
I mean, I only voted for I haven't seen the Bling Ring. I only voted for it because I didn't care for melodrama that is.
Yeah.
So I'll go with the Purge.
All right.
Yeah. Purge it is.
Oh my God!
Three Dollar Tree movies that made it into the championship. Wolf, Bad Milo, Movie 43, and The Purge. All of them are at the Dollar Tree for $1.
Yep.
I can't believe.
Don't worry.
We're living in an environment though where like The Purge and Movie 43 making the championship, and 12 Years a Slave doesn't. Like, oh my God!
That's
yep, we absolutely are.
Who the hell was on that episode?
We already told Malcolm he's going to give that randomizer a spanking after the show. Anyways, way back.
Most of us were on the episode, but not all of us. Steven wasn't here.
All right, I'm up first. I'm going way back. Great movie.
Yeah, like I would have rather seen a sequel than a prequel for Monsters University. But prequel that we got, it was still fun, but it's got to be the way back. Wolf?
Yeah, way back was in the top five movies of that year for me. It was one of the best movies of the year. Sam Rockwell was excellent. Steve Carell was such an asshole. Toni Collette was great. Everyone here was great. And I just think that like this movie actually kind of was a life changing for me. Like, because I really connected to it on a personal level. So, the way back to me is one I'll be championing hard in this. So yeah.
I remember seeing
Yeah.
it twice in theaters. So.
I absolutely love the Way Back. What a great movie! What a just great little indie movie.
Great soundtrack too, by the way. Amazing.
Oh yeah.
soundtrack for the movie. I love that soundtrack.
Yeah.
Steven?
Well, Steven.
I think he's frozen.
Oh yeah.
You there,
he's moving around.
Steven?
You're very choppy.
You're very, very choppy again, Steven. We'll go to Malcolm real quick. We'll come back to you.
Yeah, we'll go to
I think most of this is actually pretty good, but I love Way Back.
Yeah. Well, looks like he's still frozen.
Still choppy, but it's still.
Put it in the comments, Steven. Put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments if you're getting choppy.
He actually looks really frozen now, so. But I think it's going to be Way Back regardless of what
It was overwhelming for Way Back, so that's fine.
Oh
yeah. Regardless.
Yeah,
we watch
back.
One.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Look at this one, Wolfman. Were you here for this one, Wolfie?
And he also voted way back.
I was here for Blue Jasmine and.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Jordan.
Well, I've never seen Blue Jasmine, but I've never seen Snitch either. So, this is kind of like a wash for me.
Blue Jasmine's the correct answer. Just say.
Well, not that. I'm not that interested in either one, honestly. So, but let's go with Kate Blanchett, Blue Jasmine. Sure, I don't care. Wolf.
Yeah, let's keep on going with Kate Blanchett. Right. She is a force to be reckoned with. Blue Jasmine.
She's just phenomenal in that movie, and the supporting people that are in it are all fantastic. This is probably one of the better Woody Allen movies in recent memories, to be honest with you. I mean, Midnight in Paris is probably the other great one that he's done in the last 20 years. I love it. Love Blue Jasmine.
Yeah. Well, you might still be frozen, Steven, but you can put your vote in the comments. Maybe jump back off and back in, maybe. I don't know. But what a Malcolm.
I haven't seen Blue Jasmine, but I've seen Snitch, which is why I'm voting Blue Jasmine.
Yeah.
Stealing Steven's joke from earlier.
Yeah. Well, this might be actually to Steven's benefit. He doesn't have to talk as much. but
He's
Austin,
back. He's back. Steven's back.
Oh, you back? Okay.
Make it back. You gotta unmute yourself though, man.
He's way back.
You're gonna vote for it, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with Snitch since I've seen it.
Yeah. Austin.
Hickory dickory dock. Blue Jasmine's moving on. Oh
yeah.
Good one, Pez. Good one, Austin. I love it.
Andrew Dice, yeah.
Dice man.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got Under the Skin up against Warm Bodies.
Ooh. This is actually a good matchup. Yeah. It'll be Wolf, right?
Wolfie.
So aliens versus zombies. This is a tough one. I could rewatch Warm Bodies more, but I was on my rewatch of Under the Skin. I was more like emotionally enthralled into that movie, so I think I'll go Under the Skin.
Yeah. Dan.
I'll tell you, I still got to get that 4K Steelbook of Warm Bodies again, but I think I'm going to go with Under the Skin here. I think it's a better movie overall.
Yeah. Steven.
I'll go with Warm Bodies.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Under the Skin, you can find a warm body, but yeah, I enjoyed Under the Skin enough, but I liked Warm Bodies just that little bit more. So Warm Bodies.
Yeah. I'm Austin.
I'll keep it interesting. Go Under the Skin.
Well, I haven't seen Under the Skin, so I can't really say anything. But I really enjoyed Warm Bodies, so I'm going to go Warm Bodies.
We got a tie to Dan.
Oh, God. Why does this one have to be a tie to me?
You can flip it if you want.
Yeah.
I do really I still think people should do that double feature with Nicholas Hoult on Renfield and Warm Bodies.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with Under the Skin here.
All right.
Ooh, under the skin.
All right.
That's good. Okay.
Which means I can watch it for the championship episode.
Plus, you know, we all want
And
to be.
you can, Jordan, you can watch it, and you're gonna hate it. All right, sounds good.
Plus, we all
Probably.
want to be under
Yeah,
the skin of Scarlett Johansson. So there we go.
Why'd you vote for one that I was actually going to like? I mean, come on.
It's weird. It's definitely weird. There's no doubt about it. But what are you gonna do?
All right, so all right, we've already got our 16 for the championship, so kind of anything goes now. But we need votes only. Make sure we're done.
Yeah.
Malcolm's got to get off. So
They're all going to be there, yeah.
Yeah, Malcolm's under a time crunch in about 25 minutes, so we got to votes only, get to a finish. Here.
Yeah.
So quick. Dan, Creed.
Creed.
All right.
This is a fun matchup, actually. That these two kind of work, but Steven?
You were muted.
You're muted.
Couldn't hear you.
Creed.
Okay.
Malcolm.
With arms wide open, Creed.
Yeah. Austin.
Creed.
Yeah. Can you take me higher, Creed?
Oh, you guys.
Wolf.
The Eye of the Tiger, Creed.
Yep. Dan.
Yeah, he went first.
Creed. I already voted.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Even though that's a good Florida story. If you haven't seen Pain and Gain, it's what a crazy Florida story that is.
Her and How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
All right, Steven.
Her.
Yeah.
Malcolm.
Her.
Yeah.
I'll go with her.
Awesome. Yeah. And I'll also go with her. Wolf.
Yeah, by House Change Dragon too. Her.
Yeah.
Her
Dan?
for me.
Yeah.
Her.
All
Not that
right.
it matters. Not that it matters.
Yeah. Yeah. It's already going through.
Okay. All right. So Stoker.
Okay. Spectacular now.
All right, Malcolm.
The Spectacular now.
Yeah. I'm Austin.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote for Spectacular now.
Yeah. I haven't seen Stoker yet, so the Spectacular now. Wolf.
I need to see Stoker, but Spectacular now.
Yeah.
Spectacular now.
Yeah. And Steven.
Spectacular now.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Sweeps. All
Serenity now.
Yeah.
Serenity Spectacular now.
Serenity now.
All right. Short term
Short
12.
term 12 up against John Wick.
Oh,
man.
All right.
Now we're getting into the nitty gritty here, boys.
Yep.
John Wick.
Okay. Yep. For much as I loved Short Term on a first time watch, it's got to be John Wick for me. Wolf.
My favorite and the best movie of 2013, Short Term 12.
Yeah. Dan.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Wolfie here. Wolfman. I'm going short term 12.
Yeah. Steven?
John Wick.
That shocks me.
Malcolm. Well,
they're both in the championships. I'm going to go for the 2013 movie, Short Term 12.
Ooh, so we got a tie.
Oh, it's a tie to Steven.
Just to Steven. What's it going to be?
I haven't seen Short Term 12, so that's why I got to go with John Wick.
Yeah, let's go.
You don't really like the
John
John
Wick.
Wick, right? I thought you did.
The first one, my main issue with the third one is it has no ending.
Well, you leave it as a cliffhanger, yeah.
All right,
Guardians of the Galaxy,
Guardians?
Captain Phillips.
Here we go. Now we can actually vote on that Guardians, like a proper vote.
All right, Jordan.
Yeah, I got to go with the Guardians of the Galaxy. Captain Phillips is good, but I'm just a huge Guardians fan. Wolf.
GOTG.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to see Guardians of the Galaxy 3 tomorrow at 8 o'clock, but I'm going to go for Guardians 1 this time.
Okay.
What did you see just a little while ago? You say you got back from press screening today?
Yeah, Book Club 2.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The masterpiece of.
Actually, it wasn't that bad, actually. I know it's not the guy's
It's
cup of tea.
that's a grandma movie, Steven.
Yeah, it is.
I'm actually not that big on the Guardians movies. They're not my favorite of the MCU, so I'll go with Captain Phillips.
Yeah. Malcolm.
I mean, I actually really did like the first book club. But
of course, because you were you are a 30-something-year-old guy with a grandma inside your mouth.
What?
Yeah,
Sorry, I said
don't
that
read
backwards.
it. Don't read it like that ever again. It just
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
weird. But I'm gonna go Guardians.
Okay. And I would have gone Captain Phillips.
Yeah.
But it's Guardians.
Yeah.
I should have said you're a grandmother in like a 30-year-old's body.
Yeah, that did not come out the way you planned.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I started saying that came out backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I tried to make
Mr.
it work.
Banks and Days of Future Past. Wolfman.
Saving Mr. Banks.
Okay.
Yeah. Damn.
Oh God, this is a tough one. God, I really like Saving. We already knocked out one Tom Hanks, and this is another Tom. I gotta go with X-Men: Days of Future Past. I just love it. I just absolutely love it.
Yeah. Steven?
You.
You know, I'm sick. I'm constantly coughing, so.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
So yeah, I'll go with X-Men D.
Yeah.
Okay.
Malcolm.
Yeah, I like X-Men Days of Future Past, but I am going to vote for the 2013 movie, Saving Mr. Banks.
Yeah. Austin?
Saving Mr. Banks.
And I think I'm going to go with X-Men Days of Future Past.
All right, got a tie to Malcolm.
Tie to Malcolm.
Saving Mr. Banks moves on.
All right.
They're both in the They're both in the championship.
Yeah,
so
they're both in the championship, which is why I don't mind going for the 2013 movie.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
Not
they're both good movies.
Oh, this is God. Can we just all way back?
Yeah, come on, way back. It's way.
Yeah,
back.
just put the way back through. We don't even need to
Yeah,
go.
great movie.
Don't mess around there.
Only one of those movies has Sam Rockwell dancing. Come on now.
Yeah.
I must have missed that in the Purge movie.
What do we got?
Blue Jasmine. Under the Skin.
ScarJo versus Kate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Who's
right,
first?
Dan, you gotta be first on this one.
I think this is going to be the end of Under the Skin, and I really like Under the Skin, but I got to go with the Oscar-winning performance by Cate Blanchett. That was one of those movies when you just walk out and you see it and you say, "Oh my God, she's incredible." Yep, Cate Blanchett, Jasmine.
Yeah, Steven.
I'm more interested in Under the Skin than I am in Blue Jasmine, to be honest. Even though I love Cate Blanchett, so I'll go with Under the Skin.
Yeah. Malcolm.
I haven't seen Blue Jasmine, but I think ScarJo should have been nominated for Under the Skin, so I'm going to go Under the Skin.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Austin.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a blue jasmine. Oh!
You stole my joke. I was going to use the Jack and Jill one. Yeah.
Oh, gotta keep going back to that well. I love it.
Yeah. But this one we can just make him up. The itsy bitsy spider went up the hill to find a blue jasmine. Ooh. I mean, I'm not really invested either way. I haven't seen him. Let's just go blue jasmine.
Oh, Wolfman. Come on, man.
Yeah, Wolf.
Okay, well, which one do you think the way back would have a better chance of beating?
Ooh.
I don't know.
It's gonna beat either one of them. It's gonna beat either one of them. I think.
Then I guess I'll go with Blue Jasmine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if that's the case, we actually have a tie.
No, it's 4. That's 4 for Blue Jasmine.
Was it
right?
4 for
Me,
Blue
Wolf.
Jasmine? Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry, I miscounted. Yeah, Blue Jasmine. All right. Okay.
It's a weird miscounting from Pez.
Yeah.
It happens every now and then.
No.
All right. So
I think
Creed and
Creed versus her.
Creed versus her. Okay. Steven.
Her.
Yep. Malcolm.
Yeah, I'm going to go for the actual 2013 movie, Her.
Austin.
Yeah, same. I'm gonna go her.
And I would actually gone Creed because I want to see how far that movie can make it.
Well, we won't know until the championship episode. How far
Yeah, right. But even still, yeah.
Yeah, her.
No. Dan. Oh, I think Dan's frozen now. Just funny.
But it's going to be her regardless.
He would have probably gone her.
Yeah, you can put your vote in the chat if you want, Dan, but you're frozen.
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah, I was frozen for a second. I'm gonna go with her.
Okay.
Her.
Okay.
All right, got it.
Cool. Her. All right. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Spectacular.
Wait, no.
Spectacular
Oh, sorry.
now.
And
Not up
John
there
Wick.
yet.
God, these don't get easier, do they?
Malcolm.
Once again, John Wick's not 2013, so Spectacular now.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, I think to mix it up, I'll go Spectacular now.
I'm gonna go with John Wick. I don't like that argument. That's not 2013.
2013 tournament.
But it's also a ladder series for a reason.
Well, I know, but but they've already made it to the championship, so we don't know.
Yeah,
what's
but even,
for the championship
even
episode.
still, though, like I don't know, like I don't like
but
voting.
That's
that
literally how it works, though. The Elite Eight move on from the ladder series, not the Sweet 16s.
Yeah,
still, like it's just about we're just having fun. We're voting. I don't know.
I'm just pointing out that.
All right. Well, the
actual rules. That's all.
Well, either way, like everything's gonna be there, so it doesn't really matter either way. So
okay.
Wolf.
Well, plus you voted John Wick over Short Term 12, so for that, I would say Spectacular now. Plus, that's actually the argument to be made is it's the life changing movie. Wow, John Wick is just a really really fun.
John Wick changed my life when I saw that thing. Oh man.
No, I loved it. I love John Wick
Yeah.
first night, but I gotta go Spectacular now here.
Yeah. Steven.
Spectacular now.
Yeah. That'd be Spectacular now. Okay.
Guardians of the Galaxy, Saving Mr. Banks.
All right. Save Mr. Banks.
I'll go Guardians of the Galaxy. Wolf.
Saving Mr. Banks.
Yeah. Dan.
I'm gonna go with Guardians. I love it. One of my top 5 MCU movies.
Yep, same. Steven.
Save Mr. Banks.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean they're both in the championship. I'm gonna go Save Mr. Banks.
Yeah. So it'll be Sir Mr. Banks.
Yep.
And I believe it is Railway Back and Blue Jasmine.
And Blue Jasmine. All right. Let's see.
All right, Jordan.
For this one, I got to go with the one I've seen, the way back. I saw twice in theaters. Wolf.
Yep, way back.
Yeah.
Way back.
Yeah.
Way back.
Yeah.
Even though I love Blue Jasmine.
Yeah. Steven?
Way back.
Yeah. Malcolm.
It's through.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Railway Back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also saw way back twice in theaters. Way back.
Yeah. Way back. Yeah.
Oh, look at this 4. Look at these 4.
It's a good 4.
Oh, good 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a solid 4 that's like, they're not huge franchise movies like they normally are.
They're all original movies, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're all 2013 movies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. Wolf, you're up first for Her and the Spectacular Now. These could be tough matches.
Fuck. Okay, so Spectacular Now, like, because I was able to relate to it, that actually like changed my life. But like Her was like the slightly better movie, so I think I'm gonna lean. You know what? Just because I know where it might go. I'm sorry, Joaquin, you're my favorite actor, but yeah, I'll go Spectacular Now. Just because I think I know Her is probably gonna win. Spectacular Now doesn't get enough love, so
yeah.
I'm gonna go Spectacular Now as well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Steven.
I gotta go with Her.
Okay.
Yeah. Malcolm.
So just because I think Her has won a championship, I want to try and get something unique and Spectacular now.
Yeah.
Well, it's won a
That's
match.
actually true.
It's won a tournament, but I don't know if it's won like a championship.
Yeah. It won a tournament, but Austin.
I'm gonna go with the one I've seen more, which is the Spectacular Now.
Yeah, like I remember. So I remember seeing the Spectacular Now, and in the next year seeing The Fault in Our Stars, and I remember thinking Spectacular Now did it way better. They're both good, but did it way better. So
and both had Shailene Woodley.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not so spectacular now.
Yeah. Saving Mr. Banks and way back on the other side, Dan.
Way back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we want a coming of age matchup? Come on, Stephen.
I gotta go with Saving Mr. Banks.
Malcolm.
Yeah, I gotta go for Saving Mr. Banks.
Well, Austin.
Yeah, this one's super tough, but I think my love of Mary Poppins is going to win this one. So Saving Mr. Banks.
Oh man.
Yeah. But
I want to see a coming of age matchup, so I'm going to stick with the way back. Wolf.
I want to see that matchup too, and I want to see the two movies of 2013 that actually like changed me emotionally, and that is Spectacular Now and The Way Back. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's go.
Well,
Dan?
it may change you emotionally, but I have the tiebreaker. Save Mr. Banks.
Wait, did Dan go first?
Dan went first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I went first.
Yeah, it was a tie.
Oh, okay.
I thought Wolfman
All right,
had the tie, though. I thought Wolfman had it.
No. It was way up. Malcolm had the last tiebreaker, then I had it.
Yeah.
Did he?
If it goes to a tie, yeah.
For some reason I don't remember that either, but
no,
I guess we all had ties.
We've been through a couple of tiebreakers since then. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. That's fun.
Because Steven
All right.
voted in John Wick, and then Malcolm.
Yeah. I remember now.
And I had this one. So,
Yeah.
All right. So Spectacular Now or Saving Mr. Banks? Steven's up first. Hopefully Wolfman comes back before this is kind of important, but okay, Steven.
Yeah, like right at the championship.
Yeah.
I'll go with the Spectacular Now.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, he already put his vote in the chat, but Malcolm.
Spectacular Now.
Yeah. Austin.
Save Mr. Banks.
Yeah. This is really tough. Man, I don't know. I guess let's go with the Spectacular Now. I don't know. It's literally a coin flip here, but
Spectacular Now.
Yep.
All right. Spectacular Now. That's it.
There we go. Spectacular Now takes it. All right. There you go. Boom.
That might have been closer if the way back got in there instead of Mr. Banks, I think.
Yeah. I think that it could have been. Yeah, but still close for me. So, but
This is gonna be
we have
the shortest tournament fights ever.
Yes. So we have our 16. So yeah,
we
plenty
did
of time
my we did my birthday one in an hour and 56 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I demanded that everybody take 10 seconds or less to vote. That was my birthday wish on my birthday tournament. I said, no, I want like speed round the entire way. That's what I wanted.
I reckon I should run the back of it all the time and have time crunches all the time, then it goes fast.
Yeah. But yeah, right. You should just say that you have a time crunch, even if you don't. Yeah. But you guys want to hear all the movies that are going to be in the championship? I can break them down and just tell you which ones from the.
Can we just do it audible?
One and two.
Throw in 12 Years a Slave just for the hell of it. It got screwed over. Come on, let's just do it audible.
Unfortunately, no. But you can make it an honorable mention, but it won't be there. But for our championship episode, we have All Is Lost. We have Interstellar.
All Is Lost.
Bad Words.
All Is Lost made it to the final.
Interstellar again?
Yeah, yep.
Interstellar. You guys got a hard on for that movie?
It
Yes.
deserves to be there. It's an amazing movie.
We have Bad Milo. We have Fruitvale Station. We have Enemy. Movie 43 somehow. Rush.
Come on.
Prisoners. About Time. Enemy. Oh, wait, I have Enemy twice. So
Enemy twice.
So I need to look and see which one that I'm missing. I'm actually missing one. So
Controversy.
Yeah, you might be able to figure it out. It's not 12 Years a Slave, but
Malcolm probably has it. He's making.
But there's.
I've got the lists.
And also I have Fruitvale Station on here twice for some reason. So I'm gonna have to just double check that. But
Malcolm, what do you have for the championship?
We have Dallas Buyers Club, Star Trek Into Darkness, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, and there's two missing, I guess.
Did you say About Time?
Yeah. I said that.
Anyway, I'll just go off my list. Go repeat with what you see. We got All Is Lost, Interstellar, Trance, Bad Milo, Bad Words, Fruitful Station, Enemy, Movie 43, Rush, Dallas Buyers Club, Prisoners, Star Trek Into Darkness, Walter Mitty, Wolf of Wall Street, Man of Steel, and About Time. Now it's my part one.
Wolf of Wall Street and Man of Steel are the two that I'm missing.
Boy, there's some bad films in there, guys. Bad.
What? Yeah.
Not so many bad as far as I can tell.
Man of Steel, but I do have the part 2 correct because I don't have any duplicates. For part 2, we have Creed, Pain and Gain, Her, How to Train Your Dragon 2, Stoker, The Spectacular Now, Short Term 12, John Wick, Saving Mr. Banks, X-Men Days of Future Past, The Purge, The Way Way Back, Blue Jasmine, Under the Skin, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Captain Phillips. So
that's a much better batch of films than that first batch.
Yeah,
I was on the second batch. Because I was on the second episode, it's a much better batch of films. Me and Wolfie saved this episode. That other we should have been on that episode.
You know what's actually a great 2013 movie that I'm not sure if it would have made it far or not is Philomena with Judy.
It was
Judy
in there,
Dench.
but it didn't make it very far.
Yeah, it was there. I think it made it out of round 1, but
not round 2.
Where was George Clooney, Sandra Bullock, Gravity?
Gravity.
This panel
was very overrated. I don't like
these
Gravity.
silly people on this panel think it's overrated. It's weird. Yeah, I love Gravity.
I haven't seen it, so I can't.
Oh my god, you missed out! Just watching it in theaters on IMAX 3D is the way to see that movie.
Yeah,
phenomenal movie.
Well, I saw it in theaters in 3D. I didn't see it in IMAX, but still, I had a good nap during that movie.
That
no
opening
12
track.
Years Slave, no Gravity. What the hell? Steven, you're right. Philomena is a great film.
but that'll do it. So I mean, sometimes it's just the luck of the randomizer. It's the luck of whether or not the people on the panel have seen it. Depends who's on the panel. There's a lot of factors, but we'll do some quick plugs and that'll do it. Maybe we'll let Malcolm go first, just in case you feel like you need to jump off. But where can we find you, Malcolm?
So, fun fact: out of the movies that they've made the championship, only 4 of them were nominated for Best Picture.
Oh wow! That's fine.
But yeah, you can find me on Take 3 Productions, where I host Rankin. Every Sunday this week, Austin will be there. We're doing top 12 Joaquin Phoenix movies, and yeah, you can find me pretty much all over the place. Wherever there's tournaments, trivia, anything happening. So.
Yeah, cool. Sounds good. Well, thanks, Malcolm. So if you have some time to put together that championship bracket, you can go ahead.
I'll be do that tomorrow easily.
All right, cool. Sounds good then. I'll go to Dan. Where can we
Malcolm,
find you?
if you got an extra spot, if somebody drops out, I'll jump in on Joaquin on Sunday. I'd love to jump in on that. You can always find me at my name, Dan Skip Allen, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, Letterboxd, or some variation of DP Skip Allen or From the Fourth Row. But also, I'm part of. We're going to be coming back soon. I don't know exactly when. Malcolm and I, we've gone with the wind. And if anybody likes, if you're a big awards guy, pundit, you want to jump in once in a while, we get some guests on there. So maybe another month or two, we'll start that back up. Also, I've been on Picture This with Dylan Randazzo and Chadwick Webb. We did the entire Godfather trilogy. So we did 72, 74, and 90. So you can go watch those 3 episodes that I was on Picture This with those guys. Nice. Also, I'm doing a 5-part series celebrating my 50th year of existence. And I'm going from 10 years at a time, each episode. And I'm doing my favorite films from each 10 years of my existence. And I have special guests on each episode. So a couple more weeks go by. The second episode will appear with my good buddy Jeremy Adams. And also, I'm a film critic in Orlando, Florida. And you can find me at FromTheFourthRow.com or disappointmentmedia.com. And I cannot wait tomorrow. Guardians 3.
Yeah. You just see it early. Yeah. So that's cool. But Steven, where can we find you?
You can find me all through social media, and I'll be on Sunday. I'll be on Rankum for the top 12 Joaquin Phoenix movies. Hopefully, hopefully the panel will have seen Return to Paradise because I think that's a great movie.
Yeah. Sounds good. And we'll probably have you on here for some episodes. Steven's been a good pinch hitter when we need someone, so I'll call on him a lot.
I'm binging Joaquin Phoenix movies the next couple of days. So I watched 1.5 today. I just had to cut out and do something else. But
he's only a supporting role in that, but it's a great movie.
Steven, I'll take you any day of the week over Brian Nussbaum. I'll tell you that right now.
yeah. We're kind of the same way. Don't tell him, but Austin, where can we find
I don't know. I've got a lot of stuff that I've taped over this last week, but it's not out yet. So I'm kind of holding off the plug until some of that stuff gets uploaded on some of the other channels. So I think Jacob, Barber, and I are going to do a podcast about movies this weekend. And we got Lonely Marks tomorrow night. And other than that, much else. So yeah, and I'll be on the Rankum for Joaquin. So I'm just filling in a couple of gaps for them.
Yeah, and then surprisingly, I have a fair amount of blind spots I'm going to be watching for this championship. I'm actually just counting them up now. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that I haven't seen. So I mean, we'll see. I might be able to watch half that, but yeah. You can find us all over the socials at Movie Hero 2121 on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me posting quite a bit on my personal Instagram. It's Jordan83616. And we're doing trivia. I'm taking an extra week in between. I usually do trivia every 2 weeks but on Sundays. But this Sunday is going to be my birthday, so I'm going to take that off because I'm going to celebrate with my dad. His birthday's 2 days before mine. We got a whole bunch of family coming to town because we're also doing a baby blessing at our church for my brother. They just had a baby, so we're doing all of that. So, because of my birthday on Monday, we're going to be doing a mystery tier ranker. So me and Austin and Chris Scott, we went on to my flick chart and we did a pre-show where we just hit the rank movies button and it just brings up just random movies out of all the movies that I've seen. So they're out of about a little less than 3,000 movies I've seen in my lifetime, and whichever ones pop up will be the movies on the tier ranker. We went until we had 60. I'll just say there's going to be a lot of S tiers and a lot of F tiers. There's some bad ones on there too. Not a lot in between, so it'll be interesting. So yeah, but yeah. And we still have a couple spots open for the Seen and Heard trivia. If anyone who didn't play last time wants to do it, because I just don't let people play twice in a row, unless you're the defending champion, like Austin. He's our defending champion, so he'll be back to try to defend on that. And then I'll be getting our podcast up as soon as I can. I said kind of a pretty busy week, but we did our favorite movie trailers of all time for an episode of Podcast League Now, where we actually were able to play them, but we can't put them on YouTube because of the copyright. So it'll be over on our Patreon. You can watch it for $5 over there if you want to see some really awesome quality movie trailers. And it was nice because we could just kind of sit back and relax and watch movie trailers. Didn't have to talk quite as much, so that was kind of nice. And then we'll be having some more podcast episodes and some drafts coming up. So we'll announce those when we're ready to do them. So if you just keep subscribed to all of our social media, then you'll be informed of all those coming up. Because we'll have some within the next couple of weeks. But and then just a little preview of what we have coming up for tier ranker and tournament fights. I've been in talks. We were supposed to do our Keanu Reeves versus Nick Cage match, but we're gonna have Kevin Smets on. He had a family emergency that he had to attend to, so we had to reschedule. So we're looking to go within the next 2 or 3 weeks. So we'll keep you posted for that one. But and then on Friday, obviously we have our championship for the 2013, and then I already mentioned my mystery tier ranker. Then next Wednesday, a week from today, we'll be doing best movies with punctuation in the title. So we actually found 64. So we're going to go through those. We're going to get to our best movie team.
My favorite is the ones that have exclamation marks at the end, Dan, like mother.
Yeah.
Because that's the way you have to say them when you say it. Mother.
Yeah. Mother. Yeah. Does it feel like that? Yeah. But and then we have our best movie teams championship coming up. So we'll have that. So like best movie teams or like ensemble cast from movies. We have our best movie duos part 2 that'll also be coming up. Then we have our best movie moms of all time. Already put it together about a third of that list. I'm still kind of working on it. I only started to make the list today, but it'll be in honor of Mother's Day. So best movie mom.
Are you doing bad mom? Hey, can I don't want to interrupt you, Jordan. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Good moms versus bad moms, 16 or 32. Then you see who wins out, the bad moms or the good moms. I don't know.
Well,
I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
We'll probably have a fair amount of some like bad moms too on there. Like actually might even throw a decent amount of those just for fun to see how they play out.
We did, we did last time we did a tier ranker of TV. We've done TV moms and dads separately. So this time we're doing movies. And we have no problem like putting some moms in the F tier, like just for being horrible mothers on television. Yeah.
Being horrible. Yeah.
Send me the list. I'll help you out with some mom movies if you need help, Austin.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you have any,
message Jordan because he's gonna start putting those lists together, and then I usually have him put the things together. So
yeah. So yeah, we got that, and then we had Wolfman. He had to dip out a little early, but we're doing his top 64 movies because all of us have already done our top 64 and our 128. He's yet to do a 64. So if you ever want to put together, Dan, your top 64 movies of all time, we'll do an entire episode based on all your favorite movies.
We literally do people's top 64 on there. If you can narrow it down to 64, we can do it. So
I can do that simple.
Yeah, so whenever you have it, we'll do it anytime.
50th birthday. January.
Nice.
Birthday,
whenever you want to later this year, we can do it.
Yeah, that'll be a perfect time, probably. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So we got that, and then when we get back into a tier rank here, we'll be doing our best movies of the 90s or best animated movies of the 90s. So it'll be our last decade to cover, and then we have our best animated championship. So and we'll have a top 10 from every decade. So we'll have that in there, and then we also have one that's going to be called Tournament Fights. Let's see, it is Tournament Fights favorites, where we also submitted our top 128 movies plus 20 wild cards. We're going to put them into a giant wheel. I'm going to spin it 64 times, and whatever movies pop up, we're going to do a big a tournament of all of those because they'll be all of our favorite movies. So that'll be tough. So that's just the last thing I wanted to mention, and that'll do it. So that's a little kind of extended preview of what we have coming up. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to the championship. It's not going to be easy. I got a lot of movies to I try to watch between now and Friday. I'll watch like half of them. So still have a few blind spots, but that's cool. And I'm all right with that. But yeah, so that'll do it though. So thanks again, guys. For Dan, for Wolfman, for Steven, for Malcolm, for Austin. I've been Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and we will see you next time.